All right, the Kevin and Nikee Show family. It's time for your favorite radio show. Bloop, bloop.
Yeah. Overdose. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They gon' have it lit up. Yeah, you know, it's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They got the airways popping every city across the globe. It's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They gon' have it lit up. Yeah, you know, it's time for the Kevin and Nikee Show. They got the airways popping every city across the globe. You know him as a dope actor, Kevin D. Benton, 360 twice Jim, high key winning, and you know the baddest actress, Nikee Warren. She so bad you walking past, she had you speaking for her. If you ain't tuning in, this your reality check. You might miss out on your favorite star celebrity guest. When they celebrate, what you do, you get the bell, yeah. During Kevin's corner, get expired and encouraged, yeah. Bend them corners, why you listen, but don't swerve. Find out what's getting on, Nikee nerd. What's bothering Nikee? What's bothering Nick? What's bothering Nikee? What's bothering Nick? Keep on playing, me and Kevin Goose, and we gon' get you hit. Yo, check us out on social media. In your mobile phone, we everywhere. You ever stations played out like a ringtone. Follow me like Bino R-E-M-E-Y. Bino Remy, pop like Semi. And my flow hotter, thicker semi. Been doing this since I scraped up pennies. But back to the subject, Kevin Nikee.
We are back for another week and exciting episode and show.
Why you sound like that?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pressing right now. Yeah, I'm just I'm just pressing right now. But I'm gonna get through the show because the show is it's a bright spot in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's a very, very bright spot in my life. And I look forward to it. But I'm pressing right now. But I'm glad to be back for another exciting episode, another exciting show. It's the Kevin and Nikee Show. So I'm actor Kevin D. Benton. I'm trying.
I'm actress Nikee Ward.
And
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna do it. We're gonna do it. This is the fun part, man. You know, it's like, you know how I remember hearing Kobe Bryant and some of the NBA players talk about like how when things were going on in their lives, how getting on the court was kind of like their counseling. It was their psychology, you know, that helped them to get through it. And so like acting and the radio show was kind of like my counseling and my psychology, you know, that helps me to, you know, get through stuff. So, you know, but you know, I'm still remaining positive. I may not have come on, you know, as upbeat as as I normally do, but such is life. But I'm definitely glad to be back for another episode, another exciting episode, another exciting show of the Kevin and Nikee Show.
All right.
So it's all good, as they say.
It's all good in the neighborhood.
Well, anyway, anyhow. That's what they say at church. It's all good anyway. Because you know how, like, you know, remember how you would go to church and you would see that somebody didn't look on the outside like they were doing well, and you would ask them how they were doing. They would say, "I'm blessed by the best instead of the 10th," and all that stuff. And you know what? What I learned in life is okay to say, you know what? I'm pressing today, but it's all good.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good
in the neighborhood. That's the good way of saying it.
That's the hood way. Okay. Well, whatever works. Whatever works. But anyway, we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to share and some announcements to make. So, look, let's just jump right on into it.
All right.
So with that said, it is now time for the many adventures of Kevin and Nikee.
Yes.
All right, so
man. All right, so let's do it. Let's both do it at the same time.
All right, so so let's. As far as adventures, this has been the end game week.
Yes. Oh my.
This has been the end game week.
It has.
It's been end game / Marvel mania.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
End game / Marvel mania. So, before we start talking about the end game movie, we will say that we're not going to put no spoilers out there for those who have not seen it. But it was a phenomenal movie. It was a phenomenal culmination of all the Marvel movies into this movie. They did a phenomenal job of telling the story.
They did.
And it was a very, very moving and emotional ending.
Yes, it was. It was good. I truly enjoyed it.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. Especially, I'm not going to give it away, but it was, some girl power going on too. And I love that. Yeah. So if you have not seen it, which you probably didn't have a chance to see it because it was like sold out crazy everywhere. Yeah. So if you have not had a chance to see it opening weekend, try and go see it this week because try and go see it by this weekend. I guarantee you will be like, yes, they were right. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And the crazy part about it is some of the movie theaters, all the shows were sold out.
Yep.
From morning up until 11 p.m. There were only shows that were available at 11 p.m. This is how vested people were into the Marvel universe, all the Marvel movies and things like that. And it was a phenomenal and excellent culmination into all those movies that I know every superhero Marvel follower is going to really, really enjoy. And the thing that we have to remember is that movies provide an escape for us.
Yes.
In our lives. When you're going through your pain, your problems, your persecution, your trials, troubles, and tribulations, movies provide an escape for us. We being actors and actresses, we're part of creating that escape for people. So we know all too well from that standpoint and also from being a movie lover. But as we follow these movies, these characters, especially those that culminate into franchises, they become like our family. You know what I'm saying? They become like our family. We connect with Thor and Iron Man and the Hulk, and we become invested not only in the characters, but their relationships in the movie.
Yes.
And it's kind of like when it comes to an end, and that's no spoiler because it's called End Game, so you can kind of at least know that part. It comes to an end for us too,
right?
And it's it's sad from that point. I remember going to see the Chronicles of Narnia, and they did that last one.
One of my favorites.
People were in the theater crying.
Yeah.
Because it was like, we went on that journey with you guys, watching you grow up and visiting Narnia and all the adventures, and then it was like, it was over.
I'm going to tell you something, though. My favorite person from the Chronicles of Narnia series was Eustace.
Okay.
That kid had me cracking up. He is so funny. The way he kept picking on the other kids. Yeah. And then remember that film when he got turned into the dragon and he started acting crazy from there. Yeah. I love Chronicles of Narnia. That is a good series as well. Yeah. And watching those kids grow up. Yeah. And to your point, Chris Evans, the one who plays Captain America, they brought everybody up on the stage at some event they had, and all of the actors were there. He actually started crying. Yeah,
I can see that.
Crying.
I can definitely see that from the actor standpoint because during this journey you bond. Yeah. During this journey you become like family. You're on set together. You're eating together. You're connecting. You're at premieres together, and you bond almost kind of like whether you like it or not. Yep. You know what I mean? And it becomes a surreal journey and experience. And to see it all just have to end, there is a sad component to it. There's a very, very sad component.
Yeah, and when I was doing theater and I was in the play called Memphis, one of my theater friends, He, when the play was over, we ran from the beginning of November all the way through Thanksgiving, and I think the first week in December. And so when it was all over, he actually he went into the corner and he got sad. I was like, what's wrong with you? He said, it's over. Yeah. He said, you guys, we're all going to go our separate ways. He said, we've been working on this play for 3 months. Right. And now Showtime has come and gone. He's like, you guys are going to go one way. I'm going to go another way. He said, we bonded. And I really didn't understand what he was talking about at that time. I was like, yeah, okay. You know, we'll just get another play. But now I understand. Yeah. And, you know what I mean? Yeah. And
now I understand. And the journey and these experiences is these, you know, especially with theater, with film and TV, these aren't average experiences that you have. Right. And it's kind of like it leaves a positive mark on your life. So much so that it can be surreal at times. And when it's over, sometimes that's hard to accept. Now, there's a term, I want to say, in film and TV or theater, it's called post-something depression. Yeah. Where sometimes we as actors, when filming is over, or even when you're filming your scene, that's over, or when that project is done, actors have admitted to like going through depression or stupors because it's like, it can become a positive addiction too. It can become a positive addiction. Like you kind of live for that moment, that moment of being in front of the camera, being on stage, getting that immediate feedback, that immediate reward, or that premiere when you're seeing it all come together and getting the crowd's reaction to your performance. It can be a positive addiction. It's a good addiction, you know, but you know, it can be sad when it all comes to an end, man. And, it's you know, it was really, really sad that this was the end. You know what I mean? And like what you said, Nick, you had mentioned, there's so many Marvel characters out there.
So many characters.
They could start another. You know what I mean?
And I learned that from going to the exhibit.
Well, I learned that looking at my Marvel shirt. It was like 100 of them on there. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, the exhibit. We got to talk about this.
We got to talk about the exhibit. And
I'll let you go.
Man, listen. If you guys did not get a chance to go on down to the Franklin Institute, the last day to go down was this past Sunday. I'm telling you, you truly missed it. Yeah. They had every single character from the very start of Marvel all the way up to in-game characters. They had the costumes, the authentic costumes, guys. I mean, I was completely blown away. And not only that, but they gave you like a timeline from the very first character when Marvel first started with Stan Lee. And Stan Lee, by the way, started out in the mailroom, and look where he took Marvel. I mean, they gave you a history lesson. I mean, it was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. And just watching listening to all of the audios about how this character came up and how that character, you guys wouldn't believe it. One of the things I learned from going to the exhibit is that, what was it, Hawkeye? Yeah. Hawkeye and Black Widow had something going on.
You know what? All the characters had some kind of love interest going on.
They had a picture
of the Thing kissing his girlfriend. I'm like, how is this working out with your face made of stone? Yeah. And she's, you know, so I mean, it was so many love interests going on. So many
love things going on. And Captain America had something going on with one of the other characters. Yeah. I mean, and to see it, like, you know, where they started out and where they took the story, where they have taken the story now, that was nothing but phenomenal.
But you know what? That's one of the things that made it phenomenal, because these are superheroes, superpowers, strength, abilities, but yet they were, I want to say, given that humanistic quality of having love interests. And that's kind of like where we were able to connect with them on that level, and then be fascinated by their godlike abilities and stuff like that. Yeah. And that's what adds the level of intrigue when you find the behind the scenes stories that was going on, where the Hulk had an interest in the Black Widow, and Black Widow had an interest in Hawkeye, and they couldn't get together because he had a family, and it was just phenomenal. Yeah, it was great.
And one of the most phenomenal things is that original Spider-Man song, Spider-Man. I mean,
Spider-Man.
Listen, just that took me back because I used to come home and watch Spider-Man when
too.
I wasn't playing music in my bedroom and blowing the house up. I was watching Spider-Man. But, you know, that took me back. They had the whole entire song.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow.
And you know, and we remember every word of that song.
I remember every word.
You know what I mean?
Every word.
It was great. I mean, like I said, just to be able to see the real authentic costume that they used in Black Panther, in Captain America, in the Avengers, and be that close, and they allowed us to take pictures and even allowed us to record it. I was really shocked that they allowed us to record it. Now, for those who may have missed it, there's still hope for you. Okay? If you want to see the exhibit, I'm going to hook you up.
Oh, Lord.
I'm going to hook you up. And I'm going to save you guys money.
Okay.
You can go on my YouTube channel at actor Kevin D. Benton and look for the video that says actor Kevin D. Benton takes you on a tour of the Marvel Universe at the Franklin Institute. I start from the beginning and I take you on a tour, and I guarantee you won't miss anything. So we wanted to hook you guys up on behalf of the Kevin and Nikee Show, so that in case you missed it, you can capture it. Also, the 5-minute video that Nikee was talking about the history, when I went back the second time, I was able to record that. So I'm going to post that on YouTube so you guys can get the history of Stan Lee working in the mailroom, like Nick said, and how it culminated into what we know it to be today. And the video is only 5 minutes, so you'll get a quick history. Yeah. And I'm not going to lie, man. I was definitely the tallest kid in the whole thing.
Yes, you were.
I was the biggest kid.
Yes, you were.
I mean, I was like knocking kids out the way.
Yeah, and this lady even pointed it out. She said, "You in your
you in your happy place right now.
You're in your
happy place right now." I was having a great time, man, because it brought back a lot of memories. And then this man who this couple was in there. And so the lady, whoever the lady he was with, was acting like she really didn't want to be there. Like this was so beneath her. So then the man said to me, he said, "Would you tell her that this exhibit is just not for kids?" I said, "Look, miss, I'm the tallest and biggest kid in here. This is not just for kids, so enjoy yourself." Lord. Next thing I know, she taking pictures, posing next to Iron Man, and all this other stuff. So she caught on quickly. But it was a lot of fun, man.
And you know...
And wait. And no, I wasn't really pushing kids out of the way. I might have been cutting in front of them, but I ain't pushing them.
He was cutting in front of the kid. Because them kids...
But then I would walk back out and say, "No, go ahead. Y'all go ahead." But I was just in my zone, man. Just having a great time. It was fun.
And another interesting fact that I didn't know for Black Panther was even being thought of in the 1970s because they wanted to add some diversity to the Marvel films, the Marvel characters. So even in the 1970s, they were already drawing Black Panther and trying to see how he was going to come out. I thought that was interesting because I read the little history. When I'm telling you guys, it's so much. It was so much history in that exhibit. And I was reading every single card to see how they came up with every single character. Yeah. And that's one of the things that I found very interesting, that in the 1970s, Black Panther, they already had an idea of Black Panther, what he was going to look like, the powers that he was going to have even back then. And they already had diversity on their minds. That was just awesome. Yeah.
Now here's the thing though, man. You ever heard the phrase in church lingo, it was a should have been there moment? Yeah. So even though you'll see the video, you'll see everything that was in there, but you won't be able to read, cause I wasn't able to stop at every, piece of paper or every, but you'll be able to see the main exhibits and where everything is. I promise you won't miss anything, but go check it out, man. And, I was sitting up there like, man, to be this close to the actual shield that Captain America used and see the bullet scars on the shield and Iron Man with the bullet holes in the suit. Yeah. It was crazy, man.
And that shield, remember when, who was shooting at him? Oh, the woman, his love interest, that woman with the black hair. Okay. Remember when, this other lady was trying to hit on Iron Man, and so his love interest picked up that gun and started popping off at the shield. Yeah. That was the exact shield. That was the shield. That was the shield. Yeah. And I was like, oh my goodness, it got the bullet things on it from when she was trying to shoot it. Yeah. And we'll post pictures as well, so you guys can get the, up close look along with the videos. But go check it out. Actor Kevin D. Benton
and I'm going to take you on a tour.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
and I'll post the history.
Nice. It's so nice. You guys, it is so nice. And go to Kevin's page and take the tour because it was just awesome. Yeah, it was. It was awesome.
It really was.
It was awesome.
Yeah. We had a big audition. We got to talk about that.
Oh man.
We had a big audition. It was great.
It was.
It was great.
It was great.
Let me just say this, man. As an actor, we learned in acting class that the work of the actor takes place outside the classroom.
It does.
And, just knowing that you prepared, you did your best, you rehearsed, you went in there and did your thing, and to get the results that you got and to hear those who are critiquing you give you positive affirmation, it's like no better feeling in the world. Now I got to zip backward. Me and Nikee, we rehearsed, rather it be in person, rather it be over the phone. We go over our lines, we rehearse. We may do it sometimes literally 50 to 100 times. We may go down. Right. You make a mistake, go back up to the top. Nick, come on, back up to the top. Or Nick will say, come on, let's start back to the top. Yeah. And we'll go down and down and down. We'll do it as many times as we need to, no matter how many hours it takes until we get it. Yeah. And we did script analysis. We read the sides that they gave us, and we went by line and did the script analysis, and we surmised who the characters were and what they were about. And lo and behold, when we got to the audition, the lady says, all right, now I'm going to just tell y'all what the scene is. And lo and behold, what we had talked about the night before, she said was right in line with the character in the scene. We were already prepared.
Yes, we were.
And so script analysis and scene analysis is very, very important to create your character and create the scenery and to create some backdrop information on your character, even if you have to imply it. Yeah. Based on what's being said in the lines. You know
what? To your point, our good friend to the show, and awesome director, AJ Franklin. We worked with him in The Right Path. And Quaz Frazier, they put up this video of Viola Davis. Go onto my page because I shared it, and you'll find that video of Viola Davis. And in that video with Viola Davis, she's talking about the same things that we're talking about now. Knowing the character, doing the backdrop on the character, and being able, which we do all the time, being able to just flow with it, flow off of your partner. One of the things that Viola Davis says, she said that when she go and she studies her character, she don't study her character to come back the next day and do a performance. Right. She studies her character so that when she gets to the filming or she gets to the audition or whatever she's going to do with that character, she's ready to take that character and feed off of what the other actor is giving her. Right. Like, let's say, for example, the other actor throws in another line. She knows her character so well that she can just pick right up and put something right in there, which is what we do all of the time. Right. And that's improv. Right. It's improv, and it's, the acting it really isn't acting, it's reacting. Yes. Acting is acting and reacting. Yes. And it's being able to react. What she said. And, it's funny because, like, when I went up there on the stage to audition, like I knew the sides, I knew the sides, and we knew the sides so much so that we didn't even have to go up there with the paper. Right. But she threw in some improv, and you got to be able to react on the spot. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. But before I get to that, we're gonna leave a tip out there that it worked for us. Yep. And if it worked for us, it'll work for you. We don't profess to know everything, but we know what we do know and what has worked for us. And it's something that my dad used to tell me when I was playing basketball. He used to always tell me, keep your focus on what you have to do out on that court. I would be out on the court with players from some big time schools. And, sometime going out there, I was like, man, oh, wow, he got a national reputation and da-da-da. And there's this propensity to lose focus of just play your game. Right. And then you always say, Kay, you got to step up. Yes.
You got to step up, and then he would say, you got to stand out. And I want to relay that to acting. When you go into an audition, what are you going to do to keep your focus as you got to keep your focus going into the audition? You can't look around you and say, oh my God, there goes so-and-so and so-and-so. He been in a bigger project than me, or she been in a bigger project than me. I don't know if I'm going to get this. No, you keep your focus on what you have to do.
What you have to
and believe in your preparation.
Yep.
Secondly, how are you going to step up? And how are you going to stand out? And me and Nikee talked about this. One of the things that we did, we said, well, most people are going to go in there with their size papers.
Yes.
We going in without it.
That's right.
That's going to help you stand out.
That's right. That's right.
Secondly, we going to go in there dressed as the character. So my character was an ex-convict.
Yep. Who
was, according to the size, he was a little paranoid. So of course my psychology kicks in. I said, okay, I can portray this because educationally I know with a person who's paranoid and or has a paranoid personality disorder, how they act. And so I went in there. And when I got on stage, after I slayed the camera, and one of his problems that he was doing too much drinking and smoking. So I went in there. I said, I told the lady who was watching, I said, excuse me, I'm about to get into my character. I took my shirt off. I had my wife beater on. And I had my stocking cap on my head. Am I painting a picture right now? And I laid on the couch and pretended like I was smoking weed and drinking. And the guy behind the camera was like, yo, he's in the character. Then they pulled me out of character because I had to slate the camera. So I had to say, hi, my name is actor Kevin D. Benton. I went right back into my character. The awesome scene partner who was part of the production came out and we like crushed the scene. I had to do this one part where I had to actually shake her. Now she gave me permission to touch her. She said, don't worry about, I think I might have shaken her too hard because I had to throw her out the house. And then after the scene was over, I was like, oh my God, are you okay? She was like, no, I'm in car. I'm okay. But the feedback that I got, the director came down from behind the camera and shook my hand. Yes. The lady who was behind the desk said that was phenomenal. And the lady who I was in the scene with, who was part of the production, when she walked me back downstairs and went to go get the next person, you know what she told everybody?
What?
Y'all better step y'all game up. And I was just so fulfilled inside. And you had a similar experience.
And I had a similar experience.
We helping people here. We helping people go into auditions and step up and stand out. You know what I'm saying?
I had a similar experience where she, just like you, she gave the rundown. And she told me, there's a cop outside who's sweet on you, and you don't know that the guy sees it and different things like that. She said, so that's what it is, and you're coming in from shopping or whatever, and you see him on the couch and he's drunk and all this kind of stuff. So y'all just go for it. So went outside the door, came in, did my lines, walked over to the table. And then he gets up, he comes over, does what he does, and he gets up in my face, and I turned to him, I said, listen, you are drunk, and you stink. Get out of my face. And that wasn't one of the lines. That was improv. But that was improv. And when I tell you, they was like, okay, cut. And they was like, wow. And then they gave him some critique. Gave me none.
That's it.
Gave me none.
And that's the reward for your hard work. And the interesting thing is me and Nikee had the same scene. She was playing the young lady. We didn't do it together. But she played the young lady in the scene and I played the drunk who was drinking too much. And to your point, because remember, your character comes home from Gimbel's with some bags. And inside the bags, according to the scene, was a black tie and a shirt. Yes. What I did, when I was standing face to face with the young lady who was a part of the production that was doing the scene, she didn't have no bags in her hands. But out of improv, I said, "What you got in the bag? Oh, you got another brother's shirt and tie and bring it in my house." And they loved it. And I act like I was reaching for imaginary bags. And then, of course, I got physical with it and grabbed it and shook her.
And grabbed it and then you threw out the house.
And I threw it out her own house. And so it was great, man.
Wow.
But so it was just a great experience, we had a great audition.
Yes,
we both expect to get callbacks based on the immediate feedback that we got. But, we were able to walk out of that audition saying, we nailed it. We prepared and we went in there and nailed it.
Yep. And it was a lot of fun too.
And it was fun.
And it was a lot of fun because remember I told you I put theater to the side for a minute to focus on film. Right. So that was my first time being back on a theater stage in about a few years. Yeah. And I was in my element because, you know, you got your upstage, your downstage, stage right, and stage left. And I was working all of that.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I learned all that. My primary focus, of course, is film and TV. Mm-hmm. I have a decent basis of knowledge about theater from acting class and from learning from Nick and our guests. And so I understood about the upstage, downstage, you know, things like that. And while I was doing the scene, I was utilizing the stage. Yes. As opposed to just staying in one spot.
Yes.
You know, like when I had to get physical, I took and I like threw her towards one side of the room, then started, you know, fussing, then picked her up and threw her to another side of the room.
You poor girl. She was like a rag guy. You throwing that girl around like that.
And then after they yelled, scene was over, I was like, oh, are you okay? I am so sorry. She's like, no, this was the scene. I told you it was okay. It was it, but it was definitely believable. Yeah. And it was phenomenal. So it was great. But it was an awesome. It was awesome experience.
Awesome experience.
Yeah, man.
And then we 5 short films.
Oh yeah,
5 short films, which was phenomenal.
Yes.
Two out of the five. Mama, directed by Shay Fuller, which was I played a paranoid schizophrenic. You know, they enjoyed that. And then Super Zeros, directed by Eric Mack. I was the owner of the store, and one of the people come in, you know, pop and fly in my store, and I had to, you know, shoot some profane at him. Everyone was cracking up off of that. It was like, you are the funniest thing ever. I was like, well, thank you. Yeah. I don't know why people seem to think I'm funny when I'm cussing.
Because you're a natural at it. That's what it is. You're a natural. It's not much work that has to go into it. They're like, man, she is acting her behind off. I'm using it like if y'all only knew.
You better stop.
Like no, you're authentic. You're very believable in your delivery.
I mean, if the script calls for it,
right, absolutely. And that's one thing that I appreciate about Nikee. Like I'm not saying this just because she's my partner. She's a very, very talented actress. She puts in the work. She puts in the preparation. She puts in the research. And if you close your eyes and listen to her deliver lines, it's believable. It does not feel like somebody's reading a children's book. And the cat jumped over the fence and ran down the street. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. And so, you know, it speaks to what permeates on the screen. But she did a phenomenal job. Yeah. She was actually getting texts from folks letting her know how good of a job that she did.
Yeah, and that was nice. Inboxing me and texting me. And I'm like, thank you so much. You know, like you said, as actors, we put our heart and souls into these characters because acting is being the best possible, believable you.
That's it.
You know, that's what it is.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to the 5 short film. They're going to premiere eventually on Philly Cam, Channel 66. So we'll keep you guys posted. I've watched the ones they've done in the past, and I have really, really enjoyed them. And I know these are going to be phenomenal. And they end up looping them over and over again. So we're going to keep you guys posted about that and let you know when they're going to premiere. So you can check out these 5 short films done by these phenomenal filmmakers and actors and actresses. And you're going to see your girl. Your girl Pots and Pearls. So we say your man 50 grand.
Pots and Pearls.
So your girl, what is it? Your girl Pots and Pearls?
Pots and Pearls.
Pots and Pearls. So you're going to see your girl Pots and Pearls.
Diamonds and Pearls.
Diamonds and Pearls? Okay,
yes, that's even better. Girl Diamonds and Pearls.
You're going to see your girl Diamonds and Pearls.
Yes, I'm going to write that down.
Getting her act on.
I'm going to write that down.
Like my sister from Another Mister. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's going to be great. But and then I had my costume fitting for the horror movie I'm going to be doing. That is moving along. Phenomenal. It's going great. They made more costume parts. Of course, we can't get into the details of it all due to NDAs, right?
Yes, that's right.
But my character is going to look very, very ghoulish.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And they're making body parts and all that stuff, mask and hand parts and all this stuff. I got my hands done. I got my chest piece done, and I've seen the mask that is what it's culminating to, and it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a big time project.
I cannot wait.
I can't wait. And they're going to age. They're going to age
me. Yeah, they're going to age me. And I can't wait. If looking at what they did to your mask and your costume, man, I can only imagine what they're going to do to me. Yeah, you know.
And I'm gonna tell you from what I've heard that when some of Hollywood's biggest movies are asking for makeup and masks,
they call them.
They come to our guy who we're working with. Yeah, and I'm just so thankful, grateful for every opportunity that I've got. I don't care if I'm a blur on the screen because I'm in the background or I'm plastered all over the screen because I'm a principal actor. I am thankful for every role, every opportunity, and it just makes for a better journey. But this horror movie is going to be top of the line, and I can't wait to start filming.
I cannot wait either. I cannot wait either. Yeah. And I've been working on my accent, my Creole with a little bit of French. I've been working on that. Yeah. So absolutely, I've been working on it.
Absolutely. So also we want to announce that the trailer for 21 Bridges is out. Starring Chadwick Boseman, Sienna Miller, J.K. Rowling, Taylor Kirsch. Who else is in it? Keith David, our man Keith David is in it. Who we missing? Anybody?
You're in it.
Actor Nikki Warren is in it. Actor Kevin D. Benton is in it. And I spotted myself in the trailer.
Yes.
So I had to get the screenshots. Post that.
Wait.
We cannot wait. This is going to be a phenomenal movie. Go to YouTube. Check out the trailer for 17 Bridges.
21
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it was formerly 17 Bridges.
They changed it to 21 Bridges.
Yeah, they did their research and found out it was a few more bridges.
Yeah, a few more bridges. Because I'm like 17 bridges in New York.
I know it's more than 17 bridges.
I know it's more than 17 bridges in New York.
So it's 21 bridges, and it is going to be a phenomenal movie. Oh, the guy that played in Bill Street Can Talk.
Yeah.
He's in it. His name is somebody James. I forget his first name. I got it on my Facebook.
Well, you just renamed him somebody James.
No, I can't remember his first name, but his last name is James. But he's the lead actor in Bill Street Can Talk. He's one of the lead actors as well. It's going to be a phenomenal movie. High adrenaline, action packed. It's going to be dope, and I can't wait.
I cannot
wait.
And
yeah, we definitely will be sitting on the front row, going to see that, John.
Yes.
And looking for ourselves.
That's right. Yeah. It's always awesome when you go into the theater and you see yourself up on the big screen, like,
And then people are texting you in the movie, like, I just see you in the movie.
I see me too.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Love it. Love it.
And we got some, from what we filmed, barring editing, we got to throw the disclaimer out there. From what we filmed, barring editing, we got some good screen time.
Yeah. And barring editing means we hope we didn't get edited out.
That's right. That was the translation right there.
That's the translation.
Because I had to walk right by Chadwick Boseman.
Yes.
Please don't edit that out. Well, you know what? If they edit that out, they're going to have to edit him out.
That's right.
So they can't edit him out. So hopefully they're going to see. But anyway,
nice.
That's fun. But I got to announce. I came out of retirement, gang. Went back to my high school after years. I had the mumble on that.
What is that?
I had the mumble on that. I ain't telling you how old I am. But anyway, I went back to my high school to play in the alumni basketball game. And you know what? Actually, I took my stuff just in case. But I really went to watch. But I just took my stuff just in case.
Yeah.
And the Mass Bomb and City Legend, I told him I was going to give him a shout out on the radio show. Dana Gardner was on the 82-83 Mass Bomb Philadelphia Public League champion. My man Timmy Brown. Dana asked me to play, so I said I was going to play as long as I could play with y'all.
Nice.
So I played with them, and it was a phenomenal game. I'm going to tell you, I was very, very proud. That was the first time I played organized in years and years and years. Like I go to the playground and shoot around by myself to keep in shape, to stay healthy, to keep in shape for acting and things like that. But this was the first time I actually played organized. And there's a difference between shooting around by yourself, and when people, bodies are leaning up against you, and you're fighting for position under, And I was very proud of my performance. I had over 20 points and I had over 10 rebounds, so I definitely had a double-double, which I was very, very proud of. I got a little winded towards the end of the game. I started just walking up and down the court like, look, you know what I mean? I did the best I could, man, for the first 3 quarters. But anyway, but it was a lot of fun just seeing everybody going back to the high school that God used to save my life in the name of Ralph Bone Snyder, rest in peace, the legendary coach of Mass Bomb High School and not only a Mass Bomb legend, but City of Philadelphia legend. Once again, shout out to Dana Gardner, Tim Brown, and the whole Mass Bomb family. It was an inter squad game where it was blue versus white. We won, but at the end of the day, it was about that school on Frankfurt and Allegheny that saved all our lives and gave us purpose and meaning that helped us get a good education, learn a trade, and for some of us to go head on to college and play professionally and all that stuff. And they even honored the baseball team who won championships. So shout out to Lottie Dottie, everybody. And it was just really good to see everybody shake hands. And, I know I lost some weight after that game. Wow. So, yeah, I'm in better shape for acting because of that. Wow. I had to take a day off, man. And, you know what I mean? Yeah. So, yeah, I had to take a day off to recoup and recover. That's a shame. It was great. It was great.
That's a shame.
Yeah. And so we got some announcements?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We're going to do the announcements. And then we got our special guest. Yes. She's on the line. Y'all going to want to hear from her. She is super talented. Y'all going to want to hear her journey. And we're going to hear what she had to say. But
it's my birthday too, so yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Don't even do it. Don't even do it.
All right. Let's get to the announcements. We'll deal with that. We'll deal with that mountain when we get there. Because every week is your birthday, and you're always trying to ask somebody to sing.
Stop it! You know what? See, you're going to get it.
Oh, I already put it out there. My bad.
All right, listen. We got some awesome announcements going on. I know you guys checked out 5 short films last week, but guess what? Coming up on May 11th, Real Production Film Festival. It is free. You guys, come on out. It is free. It's going to be at the Kirkbridge Lecture Hall, Newark, Delaware, 19716. And once again, I am up in a film in there.
Yeah.
Sleep is for the week.
And that's University of Delaware campus.
Yes, come on out. May 11th. That is free.
It's free, y'all.
Come on out and fellowship. Come on out and, network. Like we always say.
You
network.
Might get
come on
something.
out and network. And you may get cast in something.
Who knows?
Next, we have May 30th.
That's right.
May 30th, we had the Positive Choices Breakfast with the Stars and Celebrities.
Yeah.
Man, and I cannot wait. Let me tell you, I have been working on my speech. It is such an honor to be included in this awesome day to go out and talk to the children about saying no for drugs. If you want to use your platform to help these kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they need it.
Absolutely.
Use your platform to help these kids, help change their, we got to get them when they're young.
Yeah.
Use your platform for the children. Tell them a little bit more about the
All right, so guys, some of the celebrities that's going to be there is Bob Hurley, legendary high school basketball coach, member of the NBA Hall of Fame, Caitlin Rogue DeBellis. She was the hero teacher from the Sandy Hook Elementary School. She was the one that locked those kids and the first graders in that room and saved their lives. She's going to be there. Derek H. Murphy, our man, Pots and Pans, 50 grand. He's world famous Harlem Globetrotters. He's an actor. John Bell, famous morning radio show personality, is going to be there. Shelley Bruce, she was the Broadway star in the hit musical Annie, going to be in the house. My man, 50 grand, who was my partner last year, Jeffrey G.O. Owens, is going to be there. Longtime actor as Elvis from The Cosby Show and The Have and Have Nots. Mr. T.P. himself, Tyler Perry. Debbie Duhamey, she's the traffic reporter for Channel 7 and Radio 970 AM, going to be in the house. Andre McArdell, actor, singer, and played the original Annie on Broadway. Kevin D. Benton going to be there. Actress Nikki Warren going to be there from the Kevin and Nikki Show. Yeah. Dave Scott, NFL player from the Oakland Raiders, going to be there. Dr. Charles E. Lee, the third martial art expert and bodyguard for the Stars. Tafara Stewart, the 4'6" tall college basketball star, and she can ball and run circles around folks. Then you got Danielle Dudick Kaiser, NCAA basketball record holder, is going to be there. Carrie Gatlin, North Carolina State women's basketball star, going to be in the house. My man, Derek Alexander, TV and movie actor. Alvin Swindell, former professional basketball player, actor, model, going to be in the house. And we looking forward to make an impact in the lives of these kids by telling them say no to drugs. And then at the end of the day, after we go classroom to classroom to talk to them, it's going to be the celebrity basketball game versus the kids. And I'm telling you this year, I'm not playing with y'all kids. I just had my alumni high school basketball game, and I'm ready for y'all.
Okay. Stop threatening them kids.
Well, they was threatening me last year. They was like, look. So I've been training for a year for this moment.
Stop
you know what I'm saying?
Leave them babies alone. Leave them babies
alone. No, it's going to be a lot of fun. I was telling them kids, like, look, y'all know this is for charity, right?
Leave them babies alone.
Man, they was threatening me how they was going to get me.
Leave them babies alone.
I said, okay. But it's going to be a lot of fun, man. We're looking forward to making a lot of impact in that. And then, so on May 31st, we got the 12th annual appreciation day for Youth Academic Awards. It's going to be from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock at Dave & Buster's, 325 Columbus Boulevard, Philadelphia, PA 19106. All sports, 3rd through 12th grades, must bring your report cards. Plaques will be given out. Free honorees. General admission is $10. For more information, go to retroactionsports@yahoo.com. That's retroactionsports@yahoo.com. Or for more information, call Philly legend Jamal Green at 267-978-8100. I'm sorry. That's 267-978-8100. And Nick and I are going to try to get down there and support these kids and support education and support our youth, because all the kids aren't out here doing bad stuff.
That's right.
All right. So we got that. And then we have on June the 14th, we have the Recession web series. Super talented writer-director Maurice Paramore's The Recession. It's going to be at Burlington County Library Auditorium, 5 Pioneer Boulevard, West Hampton. That's AMPTON, New Jersey 08060 on June the 14th. And you can get your tickets. You can see us, or you can go online on Facebook and go to the Recession website or Maurice Paramore's The Recession website and get your tickets. It's going to be a hot like fire web series. And I'm just want to tell y'all, I play a very unlikable character.
Oh, listen. Again.
Yeah, I'm going to be the character you guys love to hate. But just know it's not me. I created that character. But I'm not going to give it away, all right? So don't throw nothing at me during the question and answer. Maybe after it. All right, so and then last but not least, continue to follow our guy, Chimsal Balarbi, man. He did our movie posters for The News and Honor, which is up for film festival consideration in NYC. So we're looking forward to that. But Chimsal Balarbi is our brother, our friend of the show from Algeria. And he's an art department poster designer, and he can hook your short film or feature film poster up. You want to see what his work is like? Go to The News short film on IMDb and Honor on IMDb, and you can check out what it looks like, man. And he does a phenomenal job. And that's CHM SOU, last name Balarbi, BELARBI. And this is, just remember, this is his craft, this is his business, this is his profession, but he will take care of you. Yeah. And that's all the announcements, man. Other than that, we just stand on the grind, sticking with it. You know,
a lot going on.
Preparing for upcoming scenes we're going to be filming. Yep. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're excited. So we are really, really excited. So you got anything else?
That's all.
That's it?
That's it for the adventures.
That was a lot. Yeah, that was a lot.
We've been busy.
Yeah, we've been really busy.
That's a lot.
Yeah, that was a lot. All right. So we're going to take a break?
We're going to take a break. But before we do,
man, listen. Our special guest is on the line.
Yes.
She is super talented R&B singer.
Yes.
It's just so much I can say about this young lady that you guys are going to want to hear her journey. And she has sang, you know how some people can sing.
Some people can
but then some people can sing. Well, she can sing. And she has sang with some of the best in the industry. And you guys are going to be so excited to hear her journey. And, we be trying so hard to tell them who it is before the break, but we got to hold back. We got to hold back. And we want you to know that all the music that we will be featuring on the show is all from her. It's all from her. It's from our special guest.
Because you was going to say the name. That's
I was about to say the name. But yeah.
All from her.
Yeah.
All from her.
It's all from her.
Yeah.
And we're going to put the name of the album out there and the name of the songs out there just so y'all know.
After the break.
Because I was about to do it. It was on the tip of my tongue.
I see that. Yeah. I keep saving you.
You saved it. You did save it at the time. So it's the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. We're on iHeartRadio and we all around the world. And we'll be right back.
Please hold me tight, 'cause I can't help the way that I feel. I just can't help the way that I feel. Deep in the night, you took my heart. Now Satan's inside, 'cause I can't help the way that I feel. I just can't help the way that I feel.
You make my love.
You make my love come down. 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 Ooh, you make my love come down. You make my love come down.
You make my love.
No, you're tender, there's no way out, 'cause I can't help the way that I feel. I can't help the way that I feel. Your love has some fun, got me under your spell. Got me, so take me out, and I can't help the way that I feel. I just can't help the way that I feel.
You make my love.
You make my love come down. 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 You make my love come You make my love come down. 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 You make my love come down.
Satisfy your sweet tooth with some tasty treats from the Brownie Shop. Fudge cupcakes, sweet potato pie, freshly baked bread, homemade ice cream, creamy chocolatey brownies, and much, much more. Check out their full menu on Facebook Brownie Shop or Brownie Shop 2019 Instagram. Get your next dessert from the Brownie Shop. Your sweet tooth will love you for it.
Urban Elite Beauty Shop is an online urban beauty supply store that serves both men and women in the urban communities. Our goal is to offer a wide range of beauty supplies at wholesale prices that encourage consumer feedback and building lasting relationships. We will leverage the exploding trend of male home beauty solutions, i.e. male units, balding solutions, and much, much more. Go to www.urbanelitebeautyshop.com today. Check out what the urban experience is all about.
Yeah.
Man, Nikee over here doing the robot. Nikee over here doing the robot.
Listen, let me tell
no, you can't keep still on that song.
You cannot keep still on that song.
Yeah.
That is the jam. That is the jam. Love Come Down by Evelyn Champagne King, remastered by.
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You gotta introduce it first.
Okay.
But yeah, that was hard to keep still on one.
It's hard to keep still on
that was
that
dope.
song.
That was dope.
That's one of them things that's one of them songs when you hear it and you're driving, you got to pull over and you have to get out of the car and jam because you can't jam to that song while you're driving. You're going to mess around and kill somebody.
Yeah, or while you're driving, you be jamming so much, everybody rolling down their window to find out what you listen to. Yeah,
you got to turn this on
right here.
That's that thing. You got to break it down. You got to break that dance down all the way down to the ground and then bring it back up and then bring it back down again.
Oh man, see if I went down, I ain't getting back up because my knees be hurting after basketball.
That's what I would get stuck. Is you gotta be like bam, 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 come back up and then come back down.
I'll be like, I'm gonna let you go down. I ain't going down that far.
It's hard to keep still on that song. It's hard to keep still.
But yeah, but if the adrenaline was flowing, I could probably go down and come back up. Who knows?
You probably could.
I probably could.
You probably could too.
I had to soak in Epsom salt afterwards, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real.
It's hard to keep still.
But that was dope, wasn't it? That was dope.
That was right there. That's the song right there.
That was a nice little groove right there.
That's the jam. I'm sorry. That is the jam.
Yeah. All right, so we are back. We are back. This is the Nikee Show on iHeartRadio. We're on iHeartRadio all over the world. And we are just ready to... Man, we ready to jump into it.
Go. We ready
all right, go ahead, Nick. Go for
it. Listen. Our special guest that we have on the line is just awesome. She is no stranger to the spotlight. She has been captivating audiences with her smooth soprano vocals since the age of 5. Born in Oakland, California, by the age of 10, her family moved across the country to Philadelphia, PA, a city that has produced artists such as Jill Scott, Music Soul Child, Phyllis Hyman, and Patti LaBelle.
When you've been blessed,
it's like heaven. Pass it on.
Pass it on. And then, you ever notice when people be singing, how they always got to tell the people in the crowd
to do something.
Yeah. Like, if you're out there and you really know that you've been blessed, we need you to turn to your neighbor and say, pass it on.
Pass it on.
Then pass it on. And then they start making you feel guilty. I didn't see everybody in the crowd turn to their neighbor, so you must not have been blessed. So say it one more time. Pass it on.
You get off.
Since you didn't do it that time, you're going to hell.
See how we lose focus.
All right, I'm losing focus. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Get on my nerves. See that? For several years, our special guest has performed as a background vocalist with gospel artists such as Daryl Cooley.
Yeah.
Yes. My favorite song.
Grammy Award winning.
Listen. Yeah. My favorite song by Daryl Cooley is When Sunday Comes.
Okay.
You heard that song?
I've heard of it.
I love that song. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And Grammy Award winning Twinkie Clark and Karen Clark, share of the Clark sisters.
Yeah.
You made
everybody know the Clark sisters.
Yeah. You came my way.
Oh man, go ahead, Nick. You get your Clark sisters on.
Yes.
Okay.
You hurt me every time I pray. That's my song right there.
That's up. But by 2014, Terrie catapulted to the center stage as a gospel artist, releasing several singles such as Zion 2014, I Was Created 2015, and Blessing Me. Remember that song? 2015. The Lord is blessing me. And He's doing it right now. That was old school. That's when church was church. I don't care what nobody
No, and it's that other song. That other one. The Lord is blessing me.
That's the same song.
But I beeped it up.
Boom, 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 boom.
Right now. Oh, right now. He woke me up this morning and started me on my way. The Lord is blessing me.
Right now. We gotta change. You know how black people gotta change stuff. But anyway, she continued to evolve into a television personality with creating and producing an internet reality docuseries simply titled It's All About Terrie.
That's right.
In 2016, Terrie toured throughout the United States promoting her gospel music, but in 2017, she crossed genres to become and record as an R&B solo. Mm-hmm. Now we're gonna have to defend. We're gonna
talk about that.
So we got to defend her against the church folk because I know the church folk gonna have something to say.
I know
so
they got something to say.
I know
they got
I'm
something to say.
These church folk, they got anything to say. You know how they think.
You know how, yeah.
But God got people everywhere singing in every genre, making different. We're gonna talk about that.
See, why y'all get him started?
Man, you know, I get on the church.
Why, Jesus?
All right. So, but her first single under her new genre was a cover of the Evelyn Champagne King widely successful 1982 hit "Love Come Down." Ooh, you make my love come down. Y'all just heard it. Well, which was released in July 2017 with production by CEO of Rhythm Avenue Entertainment. What's that? D. Rimson.
Nice.
Later in the same year, she released a cover of the late Donny Hathaway holiday hit "This Christmas Will Be a Very Special Christmas for Me."
Yeah.
Shake a hand, shake a hand. And then after a 6-month hiatus, Terrie released her current single, Anything, from her debut album, Threads of Love, which was released on September 28th. Terrie Rimson is not just another R&B soul singer, but she is the strength of love in the melody of music, and all the music that you will hear on the show today will be from her debut album, Threads of Love, and you just heard Love Come Down.
Love Come Down. Yes.
That's it. This is going to be bonus information right here. All right. So she's not only an R&B indie artist, but she's a former backup singer for Patti LaBelle, Justin Bieber, and the Kurt Carr Singers. And she's been singing since 5, and mainly gospel, but like we said, R&B, executive, pastor, Kingdom Dominion, Cathedral. But these churches got to have some long names, don't they? I
know.
High powered,
sanctified,
holy, Mother of
Blessed
Mary,
and highly favored,
Paul Simon and Baptist Church. Yeah. Okay. So she also has a reality show, TV show, all about Terrie, which we already said. And we are. She is none other than Miss Terrie Rimson. Yeah, how you doing, Terrie?
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing?
We doing good. Fine. Yeah, we doing good. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Sitting here listening to you all over here just cracking. Yes, you all are funny.
Yes.
Well, listen, before we get started, man, we always want to thank our guests for coming on the show. You know, you're an artist, you know, you're very, very busy, family, all those things. So thank you so much for your patience and taking time out of your busy schedule. Come on the show and share your awesome experiences and journey and talent with us and our listeners. And we already know they're going to really enjoy it.
They're going to enjoy it.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah. You're so welcome.
So we're going
to jump right on into it because we got a lot to talk about.
All right,
Lord Jesus.
It's not this, no, here's the thing.
She pleading the blood.
No, you don't have to plead the blood of Jesus. We on your side. No, here's the thing. Listen, we want you to know that the Kevin and Nikee show is all about celebrating our guests and their achievements. Nothing's going to catch you off guard. Everything that we're going to ask you is to help you look better than what you already look better.
You know what?
Oh, cool. I'm good though. Whatever y'all come at me with, I am good because I'm just like really loving like what I'm feeling through the phone. You all are like fantastic.
So
I'm ready.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be real fun. All right. So let's jump into it.
We're gonna jump right into it. Okay. So Terrie, from your bio, I saw that you started out singing in church. As you know, most awesome singers start out singing in church. The late great Whitney Houston, Patti LaBelle, they got their start from in church. And we know that when you're singing in church, sometimes it's because your mama made you sing up on the choir. You really didn't want to. So my question to you is this. Tell our listeners a little bit about how you fell in love with music.
Oh, wow. Okay, so my background is music, so I've been singing since age 3. So if you've been raised in the church, they start you singing in the church.
Yes, they do.
My mother trained me to sing in church since age 3. I was raised around music. I was raised around even the people that I named, people like Daryl Coley, the Clark sisters. The Clark sisters, their mother, Maddie Moss Clark, was my mother's godmother. So I was raised around them. They call my mother Big Sister, and so the family has a very close knit. So I call all of them Auntie. And so every time Twinkie would come to the house, starting at age maybe 5, Twinkie would put me on the piano stool next to her, have me mimic her, and sing the way she sings.
Wow.
And so as I grew up, I started to love music, and again, being surrounded by different ones now, like the Hawkins and Tremaine Hawkins.
Wow.
I call her Aunt Tremaine, and Vanessa Bell, we call her Aunt Vanessa. So it was like a family situation going on. And so I was always surrounded around music. And my mother raised us where basically like they did the Jackson 5. She would make us rehearse. She sent me to music school.
Nice.
She sent me to piano lessons. And so it was basically embedded in me to really enjoy music. And she even said that, when I was born, she would put music by my head in the crib. And so that's another thing that kind of worked to make me love music. So yeah, there it is.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice. Now, can you read music?
No, I cannot. Let me tell you, when Mom sent me to piano school, I was the child that did not like it. She sent me and my 2 brothers. I didn't like it. And so because I was the baby, she said, okay, you don't have to take lessons anymore, which stunned my growth into learning more about it. I'm probably moving ahead of you all, but I went to Overbrook High School, and I was a music magnet student there, and I barely passed.
Okay. Okay.
There.
Yeah.
I barely passed theory. So it was very difficult for me. I even went to Settlement Music School, and it was very hard for me with the theory part of it.
Yeah.
So I cannot read no music.
So you play by ear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I went to Overbrook in 9th grade. I was in the art magnet program, and then I transferred to Mass Bomb. I kind of went over there to go play varsity ball with my brother, and but I was into art magnet at the Overbrook, so I'm the distant cousin. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is some funny stuff.
Yeah. So so you started out singing in church and, gospel and things like that. And then, you made your crossover to R&B. Now, I gotta get on the church because I know the perspective of church folk who believe that you should be only singing in the church and not R&B because that music is the devil and all that stuff. And my perspective is the work of the church is done outside of the church. I'm an actor.
Absolutely.
Right. Nikee's an actress. We are believers everywhere we take our feet. The church is not a building. It's the people. Yeah. And it's your representation wherever you go. So keeping in the frame of mind that God has people everywhere. He's got people in the NBA. He's got people in the NFL. He's got people, in the church, outside of the church that are making impact. Yeah. And so sometimes the people who are, I want to say, confined to their perspective being that church is supposed to be done inside the church, kind of get on the people who go outside the church and make a difference. What was your transition like coming from the church? If you could tell us about that.
I can. I had an epiphany. I got to be honest with you. I've been singing in church all my life. I've won awards. I went to different conferences to sing gospel. I've just been in various things concerning gospel music. And I just got to a point that I felt like my gift wasn't being heard. It needed to be broadened. Because, being in the church, they kind of put you in a box, per se. And also, because of my mother's, her name, and because she's a national evangelist for the Church of God in Christ, it kind of was keeping me boxed in, and I was living for my pedigree, and I wasn't living for Terrie. And so I got to a point where I was like, God, it has to be more to my gift than just singing to the church. And then I became frustrated, not angry, but frustrated. And I got to go a little church here. When you have an anointing and you feel like the people are not receptive to your anointing, but then they rally around those that are not anointed, it.
Right. Preach. We about to take up an offering for you. You know we're going to take an offering for you after this, right?
Terrie, why did you get him started?
Because it's so frustrating when I'm trying to minister and you're sitting there looking at me and I'm giving you everything that I have and I know I'm anointed and called to do this. And so I said, God, it has to be more. And so I had a talk with him. He's my father. I talked to him like he was my father. I said, yo, what's up?
Right.
Because
Yes.
I really feel like that I have to get out the four walls of the church and step out and trust you because I've always wanted to do R&B. R&B music is nothing but love. God is love.
Yes.
And I need to get to people that said they would never come to church.
Right.
Yes.
I need to get to people that said that they've been hurt by the church.
Right.
I need to minister to people that will never step a foot in church because they don't trust the church. And so I said, God, I need you to open that door, make a way for me to do it. You can trust me. You've equipped me. I've been through enough, and I know how to not go out there and let you down. And God did just that.
Right.
Amen.
You know what? I'm just so refreshed, and glad that you were open, honest, transparent, and real about your experience, because what you said, you were right on point, because they say that there's two types of people as it pertains to the ministry perspective in church. You have those that are in church who believe that the ministry is only supposed to be inside the church. And then you have those that God has called to start from inside the church and go out.
Yeah.
And, I'm a go out person. Nikee's a go out person. You're a go out and make a difference person. And sometimes the people inside who have been confined to the inside judge the people who God has called to go out. But if we never go out, how will people see our light? How will we make impact if we just doing ministry on ministry?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I just, and it goes back to what clearance did God give you? Mm-hmm. God gave you clearance to go out. He gave me clearance. He gave Nikee clearance to go out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to only do faith-based acting gigs. Nikee's not going to only do faith-based acting gigs. We're going to do them. We're going to do secular. It's just going to look different the way we do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was powerful.
Now, Terrie, when you decided to take your music outside of the church, when, the Lord spoke to you and said, you go ahead, girl, do you, I got you. How was it received at the church?
Well, now.
Now you done got us on it. So go ahead.
Well, now. Well, you know what? It wasn't as bad as I thought, because God, he's so smart. He had already started separating me from people. And so it wasn't as hard for me to make the transition.
Okay.
Now, there were a few that had something to say. And before I even made the transition, there were certain people I said, I'm going to let them know, not so that I can get validation from them, but I wanted to let them know so that they wouldn't hear it from others. And so I made the transformation. My mother supported it. My husband supported it. My church family, they support me 100% along with my husband. Anytime I perform anywhere and they can get there, they're there.
Nice.
But now the core, you're always going to have people that are going to talk about what they don't understand.
Right.
And that's usually what the church does. Because you don't understand it, then it's wrong.
Yeah.
But now you wasn't there when God spoke to me.
Right.
But because it's against the grain, then I'm crazy. I'm not saved. That girl, is she making her mama look bad?
Yeah.
Her family look bad. Not realizing I'm 51. God speaks to me just like he speaks to you.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did have a few that were against it, but I didn't even address it, because once God told me, and I shared it with my husband, and I shared it with my mother, I shared it with my mom for validation, and my church knew about it, I was done with it. So, the naysayers, they didn't even matter to me. And even I'm at that point now, it still doesn't matter to me, as long as I know that I'm doing what God told me to do. I'm excited about it.
Yeah. I remember when the Clark sisters came out with their song, You Brought the Sunshine. And the song had like this nice beat to it, And I remember watching Behind the Music on how they came up with that song and how the church tore them apart for doing that song the way they did it. And that song to this day is the most requested song on the gospel radio station, that version.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes people don't understand why you're doing something in a certain way. Young people know that song. I learned that song at a young age. Right. You know, that song reached a lot of the younger generation like mine. I know that song word for word.
Right. And the thing we got to remember too, the drug dealer is not coming to your church gospel concert. Mm-hmm. They're not coming to,
that's right.
You know, your little men's and women's day thing. They're not coming to that. And so we got to go. We got to go. Because you know, because I understand. I can identify. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I can identify, and it's just one of those things where, and here's the thing that gets me: the people, like Terrie said, like Nikee said, they wasn't there when God spoke to you.
That's right.
But then on top of that, they're so hypocritical because they home watching Desperate Housewives throw drinks in each other's faces and want to tell somebody else they shouldn't be singing R&B and music. Mm-hmm, like you can't be, you know, as they say, you want to find out how spiritual somebody, follow them home.
That's right.
Everybody knows what the Bible says when it comes to somebody else's life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yes. And it's just one of those things where, like you said, God spoke to you. You know, you're no less saved or having heard from him than the next person, and you're walking in your calling.
Yeah.
And people who don't understand it, or so maybe traditional minded, or they're trapped inside the box of religiosity, because there's a difference between being saved and religious. And it's those religious folk that tend to be the most dangerous because they will not support the vision that God is giving you.
Well, you know what?
And stuff like that.
I commend you, Terrie, for listening to God and going and stepping out and, you know, walking on the journey that he has set for you, because there are quite a few people where the church was able to get them to change their mind about something that they wanted to do. You know, the church has a powerful influence on that person and they completely change. Yeah. So you get the bell.
You get the bell.
You get the bell. Yes. You get the bell.
That's right.
Yes.
You know what? I'll have to give Kevin his ministerial paper.
Yeah. Ain't he preaching?
Yeah, he's preaching.
Ain't he preaching?
But you know what, Kevin? I'm only doing what the Bible says.
Yes.
Go out to the hedges and the highways and compel them to come.
That's
exactly what I'm doing.
That's it right there.
That's it right there. That's right. That's what he told us. But somehow a lot of church folks skipped over that scripture.
He didn't say stay in the church. Yeah, he said go out from them. Go out and teach them.
Yeah, we got to go out to the world. God got people everywhere in every arena of life. And, you know, you have the conservative mindset and then you have the legalistic mindset. You know what I'm saying? And the legalistic mindset comes up with the rules of do's and don'ts for why you shouldn't do things if you're a Christian. Like you have some legalists believe that you shouldn't go to the movies. And then you have the conservatives who God has freed their conscience and they are strong in their faith that they can go watch Transformers and it won't be a stumbling block to their faith.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We're not talking about anything that goes against the biblical principles or anything that be harmful. You know, music is not harmful. It's what you do with it. You see what I'm saying? It's what you do with it. And it's you know, and it's one of the things where the legalist mindset people are judging and saying, oh, y'all going to hell because y'all going to movies. I tell them, well, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go see Transformers. I'll tell y'all how it was, because I know I'm saved and I know I'm going to heaven when this life is over, and I know in whom I believe. You know what I'm saying? So we need to move on to another topic.
Listen, because you know what, Terrie, it's your fault.
Let me tell you, we can stay on this forever.
It's your fault, Terrie. You got him started. It's your fault. You got him started. It's your fault.
Yeah.
But we're going to move.
We're going to move along. We're
going to about to take the collection in a minute.
We might have to take an offering. Yeah.
So you sang with Music Soul Child. How was that?
Oh, you know what? I didn't. I heard you all saying something about Patti LaBelle, and you named a couple other people. What it was my vocal coach.
Okay.
I have to tell them to fix that in the bio. My vocal coach sung behind those people that
Okay.
you all named.
Okay.
He was the backup singer for them, and he was my vocal coach in training me.
Okay.
Music Soul Child?
Yeah.
Patti LaBelle.
I didn't sing a music show. Patti LaBelle, and you all named somebody else.
Justin Bieber and Kurt Carr singers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kurt Carr, yeah, that's my vocal coach. He's the one who sung backup for them, and he was my trainer.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Nice. So
Y'all can go ahead and prophesy.
you know what?
No, that's right. We might have just spoke something into existence. Okay.
You know what? So how was it working with a vocal coach who also worked with some of the greatest artists? How was that?
Oh, Jesus. Okay, it was good on one end, but it was very hard and frustrating on the other end. Let me tell you all. Singing church music is totally different from singing R&B music.
Yes, it is.
And you'll see it in my docuseries. It took me, because when I was kind of trying to go from a churchy sound to just maybe a little urban sound, I hadn't even really totally switched over to R&B yet. And they were trying to change my sound a little bit. And I'm not lying, y'all. I was in that booth for almost an hour and a half singing the same part of a song over and over again, and I could not get it. And it's because my ear was trained for church.
Got you.
He had to talk to me and calm me down. And he said, now look, there's a difference. You know, you can't come in here sounding like Shirley Caesar when you're singing about love.
Yeah.
And don't throw off the Shirley Caesar. That's un-Shirley. You know, but he was trying to show me the difference when you're singing about love. It's a certain way you have to sound. You have to give it a little bit more feeling. Because, you know, when we're in church, we can rear back and we can scream from the back of our throat.
Yeah.
But when you're singing a love song, you have to take all of that out and just slow it down and make it sound nice and smooth and soothing. And so that took a lot, y'all.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed working with him because he taught me the techniques of what I needed to do to get the sound that you all are hearing on the project, along with another vocal coach of mine that's in Atlanta. And so they're very patient, but trust me, in the studio, I have a hard time trying to just get my mind right that this is not church.
I got you. You know, and I can identify with that because like I do a little comedy every now and then. And it's very, very difficult doing comedy in church because you always got the mothers of the church that's like sitting on the front row with the pastor on speed dial because they waiting for you to say a cuss word or something like that. So I told the church, I said, listen, I know y'all super spiritual, but I'm going to talk about the word sex. And they were sitting there like, oh my Lord Jesus. You can hear like this little murmur go across the church. So I said, well, I got a question. Where did the children's choir come from then?
You know what, see?
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like sometimes, you know, we do have to get untrained from church. But you know what? From what I listened to what you said, it seemed like your horizons got broadened from getting untrained from church and stepping into this new arena where you had to train your ear a different way. Yeah. To get the feeling.
It did. I'm telling you, I'm gonna give you your papers, man.
Listen, that's his calling. That's his calling right there. That's his calling.
He's calling you.
Well, let me ask you this, Terrie. What do you think about Fantasia? Because you know Fantasia, again, singing in church, and when you hear her on the radio, she sounds one way, but when she does a concert, you hear all that church coming out. What do you think about her technique of singing?
Let me tell you, I take my hats off to her. I admire her. Man, she got it. And again, here go that word again. She's anointed. She's anointed to do what she's been called to do. Because again, there's going to be people that are going to go sit and hear her, and she is the preacher to them. Because a lot of people, they can't see God, so they see God through her. Through her singing, she's ministering to them. That's the preacher to them for the day. She's blessing those people. Those people's lives are being changed and impacted by her. Charlie Wilson, the same thing. Just to name a few. Those people are gathering people that others cannot gather. Kanye. A lot of people are talking about him with his church. There's some people that are going to go to his church that will never step foot up in our church. And it's God is just using different people to get get his word out there, to get it out there, because again, I can't gather everybody. You can't gather everybody.
Right.
My husband is a bishop. He can't reach everybody. So God has to select those that can reach different regions to bring these people in.
Right.
So, hey, kudos to all of them. I have nothing bad to say about those people, because everybody you just named, you have the church people talking about them.
Right.
Whatever they don't understand, they talk about it. But if you're spiritual enough, you should be able to see the God working through them.
Right.
Not that they're perfect. Not that they're perfect, but none of us are perfect. If we go through the church right now, 90% of us are not perfect. Matter of fact, the whole church is not perfect.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Let's take that to 100.
Yeah.
You know, absolutely.
To the door. We all have sinned and come short. We all struggling with something.
Right.
So, you know, who are we to judge?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? And I'm gonna add to that, Terry, because I love this church stuff, man. Because this stuff just right up my alley. I remember a preacher said, he said, "Bruh, sis, come on up the aisle, because whatever sin you bringing up there, it won't be the first one." And if people who really, really think they are spiritual and read the Bible, all the people that God used was jacked up. You know, Rahab was a prostitute who God used to save the spies. She made the Hall of Fame of Faith.
Yep.
Peter, he had carried a switchblade. He cut Malchus' ear off when they tried to arrest Jesus in the courtyard. Jesus put it back on, but he was a straight up thug. John had anger issues. He was a son of thunder. That's why Jesus didn't tell him who Judas was, because they probably would have killed his behind. You know what I'm saying?
And so, one of them was a drunk.
Noah, you would think after the flood, the last thing he wanted to do was drink. He got drunk the first time he got off. His foot set land, and God said, "You a blameless man," after he got drunk. So that goes to tell you that God uses messed up, jacked up people to do some unjacked up stuff. And when we get that through our head, the church is going to be a better place.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
How we having church this morning?
This is church. We having church right now.
We having church.
It's a different type of church, but we having church.
Terry got to do the selection. Go ahead.
Oh, well, we already had the selection. Love come down.
Kevin, it's the real church.
This the real church.
So she got to do the selection.
And then Moses had a stuttering problem. He had rejection issues, low self-esteem. You know, he committed murder. God used him to free 2.3 billion slaves on dry land through the Red Sea. And he's in the Hall of Fame of Faith. And I'm like this, if God can use them, he can use all of us too. Now stop all this stuff. Stop all this church.
Preach, pastor. Pastor Benton is in the building.
This stuff is crazy. We need to stop this. I'm glad we're addressing this today.
What's your PayPal account? I'm going to see you.
I know that's right. The collection plate.
You know what, Kevin? All those people you named, my husband always says, your message is your ministry.
Yes.
So whatever so if you've gone through mess, that's your ministry.
Right.
That's it.
You use that, because I don't want nobody ministering to me that haven't been through nothing.
That's right. Amen.
I don't want nobody ministering to me. You telling me that God is a healer. You ain't never been sick. You telling me God delivered you from drugs, sex, whatever, homosexuality. Who cares? Nobody cares about all that. All God is concerned about is your soul.
That's right.
That's it. That's it.
If you haven't been through nothing, then you can't say nothing to me. That's why people like Fantasia and what's her name, Leandria Johnson, those people have ministry in them. I can sit and listen to you talk to me. You can minister to me. You can come and stand up in the pulpit and minister to me. Why? Because I've watched God work through you. I've watched you go through the long suffering. I've watched you be criticized, ostracized, and just stamped on. And those are the anointed ones.
That's right. That's right.
Process. If you can go through being crushed, being lied on, talked about, in public embarrassment, are you kidding me? Yeah. You talk to me.
Man,
that's right. She done wrapped it up.
No, she talking about the people on my job. But you hit it right on the nose.
Yeah.
And that was so profound, man.
It was.
It's almost one of them things, and I might not be fair in saying almost, because it might be.
It might be.
You have those people who have gone through, like, you know, I hear you use the phrase or word anointing. When you hear that word, or when you see that manifesting on somebody's life, that also came with some suffering and pain. And you got people, and you have people who sit out in the church, they see your anointing, they see what you have culminated into today, and they don't know the tears in the midnight hour.
Exactly.
They don't know the loneliness. They don't know how you've been lied on. They don't know how you've been ostracized, like you said,
criticized criticized,
and it was that pain that God used that become other people's profit. It's our pain that eventually turns into other people's profit. And benefit and blessing. And people don't understand that. And that's why not only do we got to be careful being envious and jealous and hating on people's glory when we don't know their story. Because I'm going to tell you, if we all exchange stories right now and ask people to volunteer for what we've been through, we would get no hands raised.
That's right.
We would get no hands raised.
That's right.
We were getting not one hand raised. Okay, you want my acting awards? You want my basketball skills? You want Nikee's acting awards or Terrie's awards? Are you willing to volunteer for the suffering that you might not make it out of because we did?
That's right.
No.
That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So people so quick to judge the outside and get envious and jealous. You know what I'm saying?
Jealous, and they don't understand the backdrop of.
They don't understand the story. It was a hurt piece that went with that. Yep. But you just got healed from it, and God gave you a perspective of your pain that allowed you to go on and move forth in positivity to the point where you're using your gift, talents, and ability to help others. The Kevin and Nikee show. This is our pulpit. This is our platform. This is what we're using to help people.
That's right.
Every guest we bring on is helping somebody. Every time we open our mouth, somebody's getting healed.
That's right.
Every time we open our mouth, somebody's getting wisdom. Every time we open our mouth, somebody's getting a perspective that's going to change their life. That's what Kevin's Corner is all about. That's what bothers Nikee is all about. That's it, man. We're doing equally as much ministry right now as the preacher behind the pulpit.
That's right. Amen. Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's it, man.
Wow.
That's it right there.
This is a powerful interview. I tell you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tell you,
and this is why people don't come to church, because people don't want to be judged. They want to feel where they can be embraced, loved, and accepted for who they are.
Absolutely.
We don't know where somebody is in their faith. You know what I'm saying? But we quick to talk about people. They might have got saved just yesterday. We cannot expect somebody that just got saved yesterday to come into church like they've been there 20 years.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's just, but I love what you said about those people who are in those, for lack of a better phrase, secular environments, making impact for God. That's it.
And that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Ooh, Charles. Terrie, see what you did.
You done started something. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Well, you know what? I want to talk about, you took a 6 months hiatus, like a little break. I want to talk about this break that you took. What was going on during your break?
That was a time when I was really having an epiphany, because I wanted to make sure that I was, hearing God correctly. I wanted to make sure I was making the right decision, because, once I made that move, again, because of what I'm a part of, I had to make sure I was doing the right thing, because, there's no safety outside the will of God. So I wanted to make sure it was the will of God, because I wanted God to approve everything that I was doing. So I had to, just get myself together, talk to myself, I had to talk to myself. I had to talk to God. I had to make sure I heard his voice correctly. Then I wanted to make sure that, I could present it to my husband. I just wanted everything to kind of be lined up. And when I came out of that, everything lined up. God made the networks for me. He connected me to the right people. I felt good in my spirit. Matter of fact, it was a weight that was lifted. I was able to do what God told me to do and not do what people wanted me to do. So, and right now, I'm at the happiest point in my life that I've ever been. Why? Because I made the decision and I spoke to God. He spoke back to me. He confirmed it. He reconfirmed it. And so I'm happy. Now, before, I wasn't quite happy because I was living for others.
There you go.
But now I'm living for myself, and I'm living in my purpose. So I'm excited now. And so it took that kind of time for me, to get orders and directions from God. And through that, you got to fast. You got to pray. In order so you can get the right connections and know that everything is going to work out for the good.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And you said the key word, one of God's confirmation is peace.
That's right.
It'll be peaceable and easy to intrigue. And once you get that clearance, that's all you need. And then what he'll do is he'll confirm it by other spiritual folks. Spiritual folks. They gotta be spiritual. They gotta be connected to him in order for them to confirm it. Cause they're gonna be like, they're gonna be happy for you. Girl, I'm so proud of you, blah, 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 blah. And girl, man, you're gonna do great exploit for God. And then out of the epiphany and 6 month hiatus came Threads of Love. Tell our listeners how you came up with that title. I'm kind of feeling in love. I kind of can only imagine, but tell our listeners.
Okay, the reason why I named it Threads of Love, because anybody that's in love, they say they're in love, because sometimes it takes love. Being in love with somebody, it takes time.
Yes, it does.
And so the thread, if you look at the thread, when we look at it, it looks like it's one string, but actually it's several different fabrics intertwined together.
There you go.
And in order for that to be intertwined together, there's layers. That's how it is with love. When you're in love with somebody, there is layers to that. You had to go through some stuff. It took time for it to strengthen and be tight and strong. It takes a lot to build a really strong foundation in a relationship with anybody. And then when you add on love, that means you have gone through some things. So I said, you know what? I thought about the threads because it's intertwined. There's layers to that. And then once they're intertwined together, you've gone through the process of falling in love, being in love, good, bad, indifferent, then you're still there and you're still yet holding on. Okay, yeah, that's threads. Threads of love.
Yo, that was some Dr. Phil type stuff right there. I'm serious. That was dope. She dropped science on it. She dropped some science on it. Because I knew that there had to be some kind of like maybe some thinking behind the title when you hear Threads of Love as an artist. Because see, I know that the ministry in her. Yeah. So it's going to have a meaning. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And we can hear that when you speak. You know what I'm saying? We can hear that when you speak and when you connect that there's, that your ministry is in you and that's going to come out. So I knew it had to be some kind of meaning.
The ministry all up in her.
I knew it was going to be a meaning behind the title. Like it wasn't some haphazard title that she said, okay, I think I'll name this Threads of Love. You know what I mean?
You can hear the ministry behind the song and everything. You can hear it. You can hear it.
Thank you, Nikee.
I mean, you can hear it. You can hear it. You can hear it. And the fact that she took that break to, hear from God, that was important.
And then here it is again, like God is using us to be a confirmation again. Not that she needed another confirmation that, hey, you're on the right track.
I need it.
Okay, well, you got it. You got 2 more witnesses. Yes, that's it. Look, and you know something? It's one of them things where God is using 2 more people to confirm that you're on the right track, going in the right direction. So keep going and keep doing what you do.
Yes.
Amen.
You know what? He get on my nerves. You see what I got to go through? He get on my nerves.
Good Lord.
So what's next, Terrie? What's next for you?
Well, what's next is we're going to be shooting some videos to accompany 3 of the songs that are on the project. We're working on shooting videos probably throughout the summer. We'll be shooting videos. And then we're also going to be going on a mini tour, and we'll be hitting some cities. We're praying and believing God that we can go to the UK and Johannesburg. Johannesburg actually just played my music on my birthday, which was the 26th. It was the first time my music has ever been played over there. And it went so well till they actually hit me up early this morning and said, can you send over 2 more songs? We want to play them on today because the audience is asking for more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Look at God. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Dun, 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 yeah. We lose focus every now and then. We're just so happy for you.
Yes.
Nice.
That is awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. So are we going to get a chance to hear some of it over here?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They are playing it in certain cities.
Okay.
So we're just pushing and trying to get it played here in the Philadelphia area. But in your own hometown, what do they do with Jesus?
A prophet is only without honor in his own home.
You know it. But guess what?
So
they gonna hear it today
on the Kevin and Nikee show.
That's right.
We gonna decree and declare it. Come on now.
They gonna hear it today.
Well, it's gonna play on the Kevin and Nikee show in Philadelphia and all around the world.
And we gonna be looping and looping and looping.
Looper.
Thank you, y'all. Thank you.
Yeah, but you know what, Terrie, to your point, that's so true. It says that a prophet is only without honor in his own home. And it's only where you are where you be tolerated and not celebrated. Yeah. So sometimes you're going to have to go to the UK. Yeah. The Kevin and Nikee show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You have to go outside to get that celebration that you so rightfully deserve.
That's right.
That's it. So you get what you can get where you are. in your own hometown, and what you don't get, you don't worry about.
That's right.
You just go out. Go out. Because
That's
you'll
right.
find it's those people that are far from here. There's people in the UK are requesting
That's
your
appreciative
music.
of your music. Yeah.
Kevin, yes, Kevin. You know, I hit the charts in the UK 3 times.
Wow.
It's doing that well over in the UK.
Awesome.
I mean, when I tell you the calls come in all the time for the UK, I know God has ordained that because it's doing really well in the UK.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's so easy. Here's how you know that God is in it. It's going to have peace and it's going to multiply.
That's right.
It's
That's
multiplying.
Right.
It's going to spread.
That's right.
Because God takes a little bit of nothing and he multiplies.
He sure does.
He took a little boy, he had 2 fish and a loaf of bread. And fed 5,000, had 12 baskets left over. So when you see multiplication and what you're doing, you know God is in it.
And don't worry about who's not.
That's right.
Don't worry about who's not on board because, trust me, they will jump on board.
Yeah. And then you have to throw them overboard.
That's
like
right.
they did Noah. Was it Noah? No, it was Jonah. It was Jonah. Yeah. You tell your husband to get the legs and you get the arms. Y'all swing them right overboard because y'all they're not gonna rock y'all boat. What God is doing for y'all.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
That's right. Let me tell, because they will come.
That's right.
They're gonna be coming. They're gonna be coming.
Yeah.
They come after the fact.
Yeah, they always come after the fact.
After the fact.
And then they be like, and especially the church folk. They go, girl, I knew you was gonna make it.
You was gonna do it.
I was praying for you.
You know, I was just speaking to the Lord about you the other day.
As soon as you walk away, man, she wasn't gonna make it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Why she singing that, man? Why she singing that?
Well, she wasn't gonna make it.
That ain't of God. That ain't of God.
Singing that devil music.
Y'all
We are in our bag today, man. Yo,
you know what?
This was freeing, man. It really was.
It was freeing.
But anyway, you got your reality show.
Yes.
Tell our listeners a little about this reality show. It's all about Terrie.
Yes.
All About Terrie is basically what it said. All About Terrie. So what happened was when I was doing the gospel, of course, I would take the camera with me to different events that I went to because, you know, whenever you're in the music industry, it's always encouraged and it's the best to do this. You need to network. You need to go to conferences. You need to go to seminars so you can learn the business of how it operates. So what I would do was I would take the cameras with me to different events that I would go to. I would also, if I was in shows to sing for any type of gospel event, I would take the cameras with me. When I was at the Stellars, I took the camera with me. And then when I made the transition from doing gospel to R&B, we filmed that. So
nice.
Back on, we're trying to bring it back probably maybe early fall. When it comes back on, you're going to see where I broke the news to family members, and one of the family members, they disagree with it. So you're going to be able to see me with them and how they're going back and forth with me about how I shouldn't be doing this is not of God. But then you'll also see where there were family members that did agree with it. And so it just shows you my everyday life, you know, what I do, what I'm involved in. It even takes you into the studio with me. If you go on YouTube, you'll see clips where I was in the studio when I was doing gospel, how my vocal coach was in the studio with me, the backup singers, and, you know, the process of making a project, all those kind of things. Then you get to see the funny side of me because I have a little bit of acting in me, so you get to see me mimicking and acting, you know, acting like different people, you know. So it'll be everything about Terrie that you don't normally see. You get to see it on the docu-series All About Terrie.
Now, how can people, if they want to see this docu-series, where can they go to see your docu-series? Because I definitely want to see this myself.
Yeah, I want to check it out.
Okay. So if you go to my website, you can go. Just go under All About Terrie.
Okay.
And it'll show you the clips there, or even you can go to YouTube under All About Terrie.
Okay.
And then I'm on Facebook too under All About Terrie, and it'll basically lead you to all of the episodes.
Nice.
Yeah, the new episodes have not, we haven't started that yet, where you get to see me making the transformation from gospel to secular. So that'll be on the new season when we start back.
Okay. I love it. I love it. Well, you know what, Terrie, you have been such an awesome guest, but there's just one thing you have not done yet. And I'm so happy that you're on the line because it's my birthday, you know, and, it's my birthday. So
it's her birthday every week.
You sing happy birthday to me.
It's her birthday every week. It's her birthday every week. She get all the guests to do this, but go ahead if you like.
You get on my nerves.
You want me to sing you happy birthday?
Yes.
Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Nikee. Happy birthday to you.
Love it.
I was trying to forewarn you, Terrie, so that you could be strong. It's her birthday every week, and she get all the guests to sing her happy birthday. But you did a great job. Anyway, you did a great job anyway. But
Thank you.
yeah,
thank you so much. I feel so honored.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. Well, you know what? We need to do a reality show of all the guests that have sang happy birthday to Nikee. But anyway, because it's her birthday every week, and she's still 24 years old.
That's right.
She hasn't gotten any older.
And I'm not.
Right.
And I'm not.
Right. But anyway, Terrie, you have been such a phenomenal guest.
Oh my goodness.
This show has been so much fun.
It has.
And so refreshing.
Yes.
I know that all of our listeners are going to be blessed by it. Man, we might have to bring you back on to a part 2.
Yeah.
We keep talking about this church thing.
Lord have mercy. See, Terrie.
I would love that.
Yeah. But we definitely going to support you, support your music, anything that you got going on that you want us to put out and blast out all over the world.
Indeed.
Please contact us, let us know, and we will announce it on the show, play your music on our show, and we are all over the world. We in countries like Africa, we in Australia, we all around the Philippines, we're all around the world, and the world needs to hear your voice through song, and we're going to help support that. And so at this time, we always give our guests an opportunity to put their social media out there, put your website, your Facebook, Twitter, put out the YouTube. Just take your time and put all your stuff out there in case people want to find you, follow you. They might even want to book you for an acting gig. You mentioned that. This is the right show for that one.
That's right.
You know, so go ahead and do that.
Okay, well, you all can find me on Facebook under Terrie, Terrie Rimson, Rimson, as in Nancy. You can find me on Twitter under Terrie Sing. You can find me on Instagram under Terrie Sing. You can find me on YouTube under Terrie Rimson. And you can also find me, go to my website, really, and you can connect to everything I just named. So my website is www.terrierimsonmusic.org.
That's it. That's it right there.
Nice.
That's it right there. And we want to remind you that all the songs that are being featured on the show is by yours truly, Miss Terrie Rimson, and her debut album is Threads of Love. Nice. You heard Love Come Down, and so listen.
We got much more. We got much more.
All right.
Nice.
All right, Terrie. So thank you so much for coming on the show. And we definitely got to do a part 2 of this.
We definitely have to.
Yeah, we got to do a part 2.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, you guys. I appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, enjoy the rest of your day.
Have a good one.
Yeah, take care.
You too. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Man, she was awesome. Wasn't she awesome? She was just awesome as crap.
That was good.
That was good.
That was, you know what? And the thing about it was we really didn't plan on going in that direction. Like, that wasn't organized.
No.
We didn't plan on going in that direction.
No.
But somebody who's of the church needed to hear that. And somebody who may have come out of the church who God has taken in a different direction that might not have gospel or church traditionally attached to it might have needed to hear that. Yeah. Because there's an actor who come out of church that's acting and maybe have wrestled with, I wonder, is God telling me to do this? Yeah. And we telling you here on the Kevin Nikee Show, he's told you to do it. Because once God gives you your confirmation, that's all you need.
That's all you need.
That's all you need. Everything and everybody else don't matter.
You can let people stop you and block you if you want to. Yeah. But it's going to be on you. That happens. Right. That's it, man. That's it. I mean, and I've gone through that. I've gone through that too. Like when I got into acting, I was kind of like, God, am I really supposed to be doing that? And then I got 3 confirmations through some conversations that presented itself on its own. Yeah. We had the young lady from The Walking Dead on. Yeah. Marissa. Remember we had Marissa on for The Walking Dead. And in her conversation, she said, hey, this is my calling. This is my purpose. We also had, what was the young man? I'm trying to remember his name. Oh man, he was with the guy on the Mountain Dew commercial.
Remember the guy? Oh man, what is my man name?
I know who
you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Oh man, I cannot remember his name.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he was on Underground. Mm-hmm. He was on that he was in that movie with the guy from the Mountain Dew All the Way Up commercial. Yeah. Terry McBride.
Yes.
When he came on and started talking about I'm gonna get his name. About how this was his calling. Mm-hmm. And that if, Marissa started talking about if you don't use it, you'll lose it. Yeah. And things like that. So we cannot be afraid to step out from traditional thinking and behaving to go make a difference for God in the world. Yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you right now, the number one people who will jump on your back for stepping outside of traditional things is the church. Yeah. So you cannot be afraid to step outside of the church to go and do what the Lord has called you to do. If you ask the Lord, Father, do you think I should do this or do you think I should do that? And he says yes, and you don't go because the church has put up blockers for you, then guess what? That's your fault. Yeah. That's your own fault. You cannot blame God for that. Right. You cannot blame God for that. And you cannot say, well, Lord, you asked him, he answered, and you let people block you.
And I'm just going to make it easy for you. If your concern is that they're going to talk about you, they already talk about you.
They talk about Jesus.
They were talking about you before you went into that industry that God has called you. They were talking about you before. So you might as well just go do what God tell you to do and live your life, live your best life. That's it. Because they already done talk about you. You know what I'm saying? Right. Church folk are going to tell you not to drink. And they drive you to drink and then tell you not to drink.
Because at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, when it's time for you to stand before him, you got to stand for yourself.
Right, that's right.
And can't nobody else, we're all those other people, ain't going to be standing there talking about, well, Father, I told her. Nope, it's going to be you.
Yeah, what did I tell you to do?
And that's what he's going to say. What did I tell you to do? I remember one time when I was a little girl and my mother had told me to do something and I was in the process of going to do it, but then I got stopped by somebody else and somebody else was, why are you doing that? And I went back home without doing what my mother said for me to do. And when she asked me why, and I told her, the first thing came out of her mouth was, what did I tell you to do? You don't do nothing what anyone else tell you to do but me. Right. What did I say? Right. Not what did this, that, and the third, but what did I say? And that was a good lesson. Yeah. When the Lord tell you to do something, you do it.
And then remember that story in the Bible when they were when he turned water into wine? Yeah. And Jesus' mom said, listen, I don't know everything that's going on. Mm-hmm. But whatever he say do,
that's right.
Do it.
Do it.
And they don't know exactly at what point the water began to turn to wine. Mm-hmm. Was it when they went to dip or before they went to taste it? Mm-hmm. But all we know was the results got done.
That's right.
And when you want to get the results in your life, whatever he say do, just do it.
Just do it.
Be like Nikee, just do it.
Just do it. That's it. Right.
That was refreshing.
That was a very good interview.
That's going. This all of our shows help people, but this one is going to help those people that might be stuck in the middle between church and doing what God is calling me to do, even if it's outside of the church. Yeah. And it needs to be said. And one thing that's going to resonate with our listeners is that it was authentic. It was very, very real. We wasn't holding anything back trying to make church something that is not in the name of covering up in the name of church. Yeah. And people are going to appreciate that because they already know anyway. Yeah. All of us been to church at least one time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And my thing is, if you're not going to do what the Lord tells you to do, don't ask him. Yeah. Because my thing is, he probably said, well, what you ask me for if you're not going to do it? Right. If you're not going to do it, don't ask.
Yeah. You can't live your life by the opinions of others. You'll never fulfill your destiny.
Never fulfill your destiny. Never fulfill your destiny.
And then you'll have regrets at the end that you shoulda, coulda, woulda had you, done what God wanted you to do for your life. As long as he gives you clearance, then you're good.
That's right.
And he's only going to give you clearance in things that's good. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's it. We can talk about this all day.
We can.
We need to move on. What else we got? What we got next?
All right, so we're going to take a break. And when we come back, it's going to be time for News and Sports.
The Scholars Professional Editing Firm consists of a specialized group of academic doctors, editors, and statisticians that keep doctoral candidates moving through the academic doctoral process, providing one-to-one group mentorship and all-inclusive editorial service that produce writing advancements that result in exponential movement. The scholars conduct line-by-line editing, proof and copy editing, university-specific format compliance, and substantive done-for-you services on the following documents: doctoral thesis, dissertation, capstones projects, research studies, research proposals, and oral defense preparation and presentations. The Scholars Professional Editing Group keep you moving. For more information on editorial services, our doctoral accelerated mentorship program, visit www.thescholarsediting.com. That's www.thescholarsediting.com, or contact Dr. Haynes at 281-315-6053.
All right.
Yeah, so we are back. We are back.
So now it's time for news and sports.
All right, in sports.
Oh, wow.
It's
Not
right
good
in the middle.
news.
It's right in the middle.
Not good
All right.
news.
So early this month, Los Angeles Lakers basketball icon Magic Johnson abruptly quit his job as president of basketball operations for his beloved team. Johnson didn't tell either of his bosses, owner Jeannie Buss and general manager Rob Pelinka, before announcing his decision to reporters 90 minutes before the Lakers' last game of the season. The surprise move forced a team statement at halftime thanking the Hall of Famer for his service. I remember thinking at the time, how strange. Something's up. Johnson's explanation, offered while fighting back tears, didn't seem like the full story. Johnson told reporters, I want to go back to having fun. I want to go back to being who I was before taking on this job. Understandable, as Johnson is a fabulous, successful entrepreneur and is known to love mentoring younger players, which he wanted to do without fear of tampering accusations. But he also said, I didn't like the backstabbing, the whispering. I don't like that. I don't like a lot of the things that went on that didn't have to go on. Bleacher Report writer Rick Boucher may have connected the dots with a story he broke on Colin Cowherd's show, The Herd, on Wednesday. A story yet to be officially confirmed. Boucher report that Pelinka sent an email criticizing Johnson's performance as president to Buss, and that Johnson was accidentally copied on those emails. Ouch. Just as bad. Buss offered no rebuttal in the report email chain. Now, the abruptness of Johnson's departure makes more sense, but the behavior surrounding him doesn't. Even if this story is never officially confirmed by the three people involved, I've seen this backbiting, backstabbing behavior play out many times in my corporate life.
Wow. So he got an email that they were talking about him.
Yeah, accidentally emailed.
Accidentally.
Yeah, accidentally, but I would say,
was it an accident?
But ordered. Yeah. When you look at divine orchestration, it was meant for him to know that information.
Wow.
And this is someone who gave his all and gave a lot as a player to the Los Angeles Lakers organization.
He sure did.
And they would not have the championships that they have had it not been for Magic Johnson. Of course, you had Kareem, but Magic was the spearhead of Showtime.
Yeah. Wow.
And it's sad, when it's people who's supposed to be, your family, be, those ones that's supposed to love you, don't. That's when it's heartbreaking. And so, sounds like he's, from his statement, he probably stepped down because he was more, heartbroken, man.
Yeah. Wow.
Talking behind your back when you've given your all and given so much.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. And, well, you know what? It's their loss.
Yeah.
It's their loss. You got more sports?
That's it. That's all I got.
All right. Well, in news, remember we brought the story last week about Landon, the 5-year-old who was thrown over the balcony of the Mall of America in Minneapolis? Well, guess what? Let me tell y'all something. For those who do not believe that God answers prayer, I'm trying to tell you, yes, he does. Landon, who was thrown over balcony of the Mall of America in Minneapolis last week, has suffered no brain injuries. Landon fell 40 feet from the 3rd floor to the 1st floor, and it has been reported that Landon went through a 5-hour MRI test, and there was no brain swelling. Can y'all believe that? None. This boy fell 40 feet. And he has suffered no brain injuries. Pastor Mac Hammond, the family church of the family's church, he gave the report. Landon has no spinal cord injury, no nerve damage, no internal injuries that are life-threatening. And a physician said when they looked at the results of the MRI, they could not believe what they were seeing. The physician said that Landon's injuries are like that of a 5-year-old boy, Kev, who fell off his bike. Okay, and although there are no severe injuries, Landon did sustain, some broken bones.
Right.
And a GoFundMe page was set up by a friend of the family through generous donations. Guess how much they raised for this young man?
What was that?
$1 million.
Wow.
Okay. The family was so overwhelmed, they left a message on the fundraising page that says, your prayers are working. God's hand is at work. They ain't nobody but God. I'm trying to tell you, he answers prayer. What the devil meant for bad, God turned that completely around. So this young man, this little boy, got some broken bones of just falling off his bike. So he will be back. He will be back to harassing his mother in no time. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
They ain't nobody but God. Now check this out. Remember during the Nipsey Hussle shooting, remember a second man had gotten shot, right? A second man had gotten shot. Well, sources say when they went to go, instead of going to take the man to the hospital, guess where they took him to? Jail. They took him to jail because he had some, warrants and different things out there. So they took his behind to jail.
So if you got warrants, don't get shot, y'all. No, just kidding. We don't want nobody to get hurt.
Yeah, they took him to jail. So his lawyer, Kerry Lathan,
so he got shot and went to jail.
He got shot and went to jail because he had some warrants and different things like that. So his lawyer, Kerry Lathan, she says he was treated and he has been released from prison from his wounds and different things like that. But the crazy thing about the story is that while Nipsey lying there on the ground bleeding to death, he looks over and he sees a guy who's also bleeding from his wounds. He says to the guy, "Don't worry, I got a shirt for you."
Who said that?
Nipsey said to the guy, "Don't worry, I got a shirt for you. It's going to be all right." And the man said, "I just had to tell everybody that while he's lying on the ground dying, he's not thinking of himself. He's thinking of me." And that was an awesome story. I just had to share that because that's one of the things that the young man is saying, some of his dying words before he left. And then now, and ain't that some bleep news?
Oh, we back with that.
Check this out. Kiana Orr went on a drunken rage and threw mulch at a police station, and it was caught on video. The video camera caught Kiana picking up a handful of mulch and tossing it at the door. She threw Kev like 2 handsfuls of mulch before staggering off, before she went off drunk or whatever. Now, with that being said, why is her bail set at $100,000? Her bail for throwing mulch is set at $100,000. Why? And all she threw was mulch. You could just see her just picking it up and just throwing it. $100,000, and they said that the police station said that her bail is set that high because she damaged their property with some mulch. $100,000. Something ain't right.
Yeah,
something ain't right.
Yeah,
something ain't right.
Yeah, something definitely not right about
something is not right. That's it. That's all I got.
Did it have a credit card inside?
I don't know. Was it made of gold?
Yeah,
I don't know. But she just threw the mulch. She was drunk. She staggered up drunk, threw the mulch, and staggered off. $100,000 bail.
Wow, that was expensive mulch.
That's something, yeah. $100,000 worth.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh my goodness, that was enough.
That was enough, right?
Yeah.
That is all I got.
That's
crazy,
it.
crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, all right. Well, moving right along. All right, so we're going to take a break. And we come back. It's going to be my favorite part of the show. It's going to be, we're going to find out what's bothering Nikee. And we're going to continue to rock these songs by Miss Terrie Rimson on her debut album, Threads of Love. Check it out.
DJ, turn this music up so we can dance the night away. Let's party, slow jams. Friday night, we can do it right. This is not a 9 to 5. We can dance the sunlight and slow it down. So you understand, it's for everybody to dance and wave your hand. Music is so good. These days are brand new. So do you mind if I dance with you? This is not a 9 to 5. We can dance the sunrise. We can dance the sunrise, sunrise. This is not a 9 to 5. We can dance the sunrise. We can dance the sunrise. Looking forward to the weekend. It's been a long day, but it's okay. So watch me light the dance floor tonight. We can slow it down. So you understand, it's for everybody to dance and wave your hand. Hey, these days are brand new. So do you mind if I dance with you? This is not a 9 to 5. We can dance the sunrise. We can dance the sunrise, sunrise. This is not a 9 to 5. We can dance the sunrise. We can dance the sunrise. This is not a 9 to 5. We can dance the sunrise. We can dance the sunrise, sunrise. This is not a 9 to 5. We can dance the sunrise. We can dance the sunrise. This is not a 9 to 5. We can dance the sunrise. We can dance the sunrise, sunrise. This is not a 9 to 5. We can dance the sunrise. We can dance the sunrise. This is not a 9 to 5. We can dance the sunrise.
You're listening to the Kevin and Nikki Show on iHeartRadio. All right.
All right.
I like that.
Yeah, they had like
Just Dance.
Yeah, it's called Just Dance.
Mm-hmm. It's called Just Dance. I like that. It has that nice little smooth like smooth feel, you know.
Yeah. Like
I like
groove
that.
to it.
Yeah, I like
nice.
that. I like that.
That was nice. Check it out.
I can't wait to see the video because she said some of these songs off her album she's gonna be doing the videos for. I can't wait to see the video for one of these. For this one right here.
Yeah, and we'll post the videos on the show page and stuff like that. And I want to check out that it's all about Terrie, that reality show.
Oh, I can't wait to check that out.
You definitely have to check that out.
Yeah, I can't wait to check that out. Yeah.
Following people's journeys
and
stuff like that.
Yes.
Capturing moments and
I can't wait for season 2?
Yeah.
Because season 2 she said she's gonna be going over how she sat her family down and told her that this is what she want to do. She want to come from church and she want to do the R&B. I want to check that out.
That's right.
I want to check that out.
It's going to be dope. All right. So we are back. And now it's time for my favorite part of the show. We're going to find out what's bothering Nikee.
Man, absolutely nothing.
Okay.
Because I had so much fun over the weekend, going on my journey with the end game and stuff. I had so much fun. And then doing my research for news, getting the good news about Landon, not even experiencing any life-threatening injuries. Man, that was enough right there to, whatever was bothering me, it went out the window. Yeah. It went out the window. That young man fell 40 feet. from the 3rd floor balcony down to the 1st, you know, and I just knew that, you know, from hearing the story and from reporting the story, I just knew it wasn't going to be good for this young man. Yeah. And here he is a week later, 5-hour MRI, not one. That ain't nobody but God. That ain't nobody but God. So that was enough right there that whatever's bothering me is not bothering me anymore. That's it. That's it right there. That's enough. That is it right there.
That's it right there.
Yes. So you know what? We're going to take a break.
Okay.
And when we come back, it's going to be time for my favorite part of the show, Kevin's Corner. When we come back, it's the Kevin and Nikki Show on iHeartRadio. We're everywhere, and we'll be back.
Say you love me. Say I'm the one your eyes see. Tell me you need me, you need me. Deep down inside, like I need you, you see. I need you to see me through. I just want to hear you say, baby, 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 I love you. Through the rain and through the cold, together we can never grow old. Sometimes the gold can get a little tough. There'll be too many times, my Lord, the road's gonna get a little rough, but I need you to see me through. I just wanna hear you say, baby, 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 I love you. Say you love me.
I love you.
Say you love me.
I love you.
Let me be, let me be your girl. Together we can conquer this whole wide world. Look, let me take you by the hand. Somewhere on God's country, we'll sail on a piece of land because I need you to see me through. I just want to hear you say, baby, 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 I love you. Would you say you love me?
I love you.
Say you love me.
I love you.
Say you love me. I can't hold it that long. So let's get back to the matter. I just want want you to say it. Say you love me. And make sure you don't tell nobody else. I just want to hear you say it. Say it. Say it.
Yeah. Listen.
You hear the church come out, right?
She was trying to take us to church. It was getting good till she said, "My Lord."
Listen,
She's like, "My Lord."
And you know what? I see that a lot where, because it's in you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That foundation is in you. I don't care what song you singing. That foundation of church gonna come out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
She's like, "My Lord." My Lord.
Because it's in you. And that's all a part of the ministerial aspect of what she's doing on that R&B side. That church gonna, I don't care. That church gonna come out. I'm telling you.
That church is definitely going to come out in some of these songs especially when she's singing live, because Fantasia. Yeah.
The church come out of her. Aretha Franklin.
Aretha Franklin. Patty. I mean, it comes
Whitney,
out.
All of them.
It comes out. It comes out.
Yeah, let me sing it. Say yeah. I feel my help coming on right in a minute now. Say yeah. It's about to come in a second now. Say yeah. It's almost here now. You gonna feel your help coming on. I'm trying to tell you.
Lord have mercy. You know what? You get on my nerves.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I tell you, because it's in
like,
you.
My Lord.
That's right, my Lord.
She's like,
Lord Jesus.
What you say? I can't hold it that long.
I can't hold it that long. That's right.
Oh my goodness. So now it's time for my favorite part of the show. I'm telling you, I am truly being blessed by this series. And I know you are too, because I see your comments on Facebook. Kevin's Corner.
All right, gang. So we're going to continue our series on the signs that indicate that we are living on a high vibration. So just by way of recap, the other weeks before, we talked about the characteristics. Number 1, you are emotionally balanced. 2 was you are grateful for what you have. 3 was you are open-minded. 4 was you are self-aware. And the next 2 characteristics that we're going to deal with that are indicators or signs that you're operating on a high vibration in your life is you have great empathy towards others. That's number 5. And you take care of yourself is number 6. So number 5, you have great empathy towards others. Not everything is easy at this level of awareness. So as we try to see things from others' point of view, we may feel their pain. Okay. Because of this new understanding or enlightenment, or as in church lingo, epiphany, we try never to cause pain to others. We try not to criticize others and make judgments about them, because we understand that we are in charge of directing only our own lives. Yeah. And we live in a society, in a world, of course, that's fallen, that's not perfect, but sometimes the human experience can demonstrate what they call blameless actions towards another person. And blameless just simply means I didn't do it on purpose. I didn't mean to. If I step on your foot by accident and I'm aware, I'm going to be the first to apologize because I'm aware. If I'm not aware and you make me aware of it, I'm going to apologize because you made me aware that I have offended you. But there's a downside of our human experience that sometimes we do things willfully. We plan, we organize, we conspire, we get others involved in hurt against others, reputations, destroying people's reputation, changing people's perspectives from positive to negative towards others. We try to hurt other people sometimes. And it's just a reality of life. But when you're vibrating on a high volume, you don't want to hurt anyone. You know, you don't want to hurt anyone. If you do, you want it to be blameless. There's a I think it was like a proverb that said, wounds from a friend can be trusted. Because, you know, a friend not going to do it on purpose. Right. And you can take it as such that it was just a lapse of judgment, an accident, or a mistake. But it also says that the enemy multiplies kisses too. So, you know, that's the other downside of the human experience. So we have great empathy towards others. And with all the mental illness out here, a lot of the I don't know if I want to say side effects or symptoms of mental illness, is lack of sympathy and empathy for other people. Mm-hmm. And some of it is tied to Asperger's disease, for example, which is a form of autism. Yeah. Some of it is tied to bipolar depression. Mm-hmm. And one of the symptoms is that there's a lack of empathy and sympathy for other people, and we don't see how our behavior is infringing or affecting others. Yeah. And then one of the things that come out of that is the victim mentality. Mm-hmm. Only thing that we can see is how we're being caused pain. Mm-hmm. So we live in a world where, due to the old council slogan that hurt people hurt people. So some of it just hurt people. Yeah. But then you can throw in the mental illness or the deep-rooted hurt that's been there so long that has not been dealt with to the point where other people will hurt people and not care. But when you're operating on a high vibration, you don't want to hurt people. And let me say this. Anger is not a bad thing. Now, I know y'all probably looking at me funny. Mm-hmm. And if I was in church, they would be talking about me right about now. But anger is actually an alarm system that God put in place to let you know that you've been offended, you've been hurt. It's a warning indicator. Mm-hmm. That's what anger. Now you got to find out, is that anger justified or not? For example, if I came over your house and you invited me over your house on Saturday and I ate up your chicken and went to dinner and saw me in church on Sunday and I walked past you without speaking, your alarm of anger would go off. Mm-hmm. And rightfully so. Mm-hmm. But now you got to find out, is my anger justified? Because unresolved hurt is going to turn to anger. You'd be hurt by that. And, and that would be the normal human experience. But you might come talk to me and say, hey, you know what, Kev, I was really hurt by the fact that you came over my house on Saturday and you ate up all my chicken and my food. And you're going to walk right past me and not speak to me in church. And I would say, oh, man, I'm so sorry. I didn't have my contacts in and I didn't see you. Mm-hmm. And I apologize. And then you would be still corrected. So anger is the alarm to let you know I'm hurting somewhere. Let me find out, is it justified or non-justified? Yeah. And that's why it's so important for us to communicate, because you might find out that the person that hurt you didn't do it on purpose. Right. They might not even know. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you could be justified that it could be on purpose. So find that out. But nonetheless, when we're operating on a high vibration, we have empathy towards others. Now, let me make this clear. We are not excusing willful bad behavior. Mm-hmm. So we're not saying, because we want to attempt to try to understand, people's behavior and have empathy, we're not saying that what they're doing that's negative or bad, especially if it's on purpose, is excusable. No, you want to hold people accountable. And you hold people accountable by letting them know. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying? That's right. All right, number 6, you want to take care of yourself. People who operate on a high vibration take care of themselves. So though we are empathetic towards others, we should also take good care of ourselves. We don't want to let others, manipulate us. We want to set up boundaries. So this is tying in from the ending of what I said from part 1 right into part 2. All right. And say no when necessary to preserve our energy for our own purposes in life. Mm-hmm. Don't let people drain you of the necessary energy that you need to fulfill your hopes, your dreams, and your aspirations, because they will do it. Take care of yourself. It becomes a priority so that you can ensure you eat well, you want to exercise, you want to get enough rest, and take the time for balancing activities such as, prayer. Some people want to go into meditation. Some people do yoga so that you can have a high vibration. Take care of yourself. Part of taking care of yourself is also holding people accountable and saying, I'm not accepting this. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to be connected with me, this can't be tolerated. Like Tyler Perry said, and Medea, if I let you know I'm hurting you and you keep doing it, we're going to have a little problem there.
That's right.
That's
all
I got.
And what you say, we're going to progressively move forward.
Yeah. So Nick, you grab the legs, I grab the arm.
And we're going to toss your behind overboard. That's right.
Once we let you know, now you're held responsible for making changes. Exactly. And if you don't have the empathy or sympathy to make the changes, then we can't connect.
That's it.
Plain and simple.
That's it.
Because you guys...
That's it.
I can always work with somebody who's willing to take responsibility for the behavior, even if you're doing something that hurt me or against me. Mm-hmm. Now, we're going to give you a grace period to make changes because you can't be doing it forever. Yes. But I can work with somebody that's taking responsibility.
And if you keep doing it and you don't make no changes, we throwing you behind.
Yeah, we got to grab the legs and arms. We got to
cut them loose.
It's going to be a 1, a 2, a 3. That's it.
Yes.
That's all I got.
Right there. That's good. I told y'all. I'm telling you.
That's
this series is good.
That's it.
All right. Put it out there.
Yep. And here's the thing. One more thing. It don't mean that you think you better for taking care of yourself. Because if you don't take care of yourself, nobody else will.
That's right.
So yeah, we're going to put it out there, man. We hope that you have enjoyed another episode, another show of the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio all around the world. We want to thank you guys so much for tuning in every week, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in. We're going on year out. And hope you're getting something out of it. Yeah. Just as much as we are giving it to you, because we do what we do for you, and we can't do what we do without you.
That's
so,
right.
follow me on Facebook, actor Kevin D. Benton. I'm on Twitter, Kevin D. Benton. Find me on YouTube and actress Nikee Warren on YouTube and actor Kevin D. Benton. And if you want to check out that Marvel Universe tour of the Franklin Institute, go to actor Kevin D. Benton and check it out. Actor Kevin D. Benton takes you on a tour of the Marvel Universe at the Franklin Institute, and I will be posting the 5-minute history video that Nikee was telling you about, so you can check that out too. If you are a superhero lover, superhero fan, you need to check out this video.
Check it out.
Yep.
Check it out. Check it out. And go see the end game so we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, you can find me on Facebook, Nikee Warren, on Twitter, at Nikee Warren, on the gram. Hello, I'm Nikee. That's spelled HELLOIMNIKEE. You can find our show on Facebook, The Kevin Nikee Show. You can find us on Twitter, at Kevin Nikee Show. I got it right. Yeah. And you can find us on the gram, The Kevin and Nikee Show. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns for our special guest,
Terrie Rimson,
yes, hit us up, The Kevin Nikee Show at yahoo.com. We'll read it to her, get the answer, and read it back. And like we always say, who knows, your letter can be featured on our show.
That's it.
And remember all of the things that we got coming up. We want to see your face in the place.
Yes, sir. And don't forget, check out Terrie on Spotify, iTunes. She's on a lot of YouTube. She's on a lot of different platforms. Download the music, check it out, share it, all that kind of stuff.
And we're going to be pumping her music on the Kevin Nikee Show.
That's it.
Yes, this is not the last time you're going to be hearing music by Terrie.
Remember that church song? Oh, you gave me the segue. This won't be the last time. What was that song?
It may be the last time.
Oh, it may be the last time. We don't want it to be the last time. We want to say this won't be the last time.
This won't be the last time you'll be hearing Terrie's music on our show.
Okay.
Check her out. And hit her up.
Follow her.
Follow her on YouTube. Follow her on Facebook. Follow her on Instagram. Follow her journey. She said that she's coming from church to the R&B world. There's a lot of you artists out there who are trying to make that same transition, and you want to know how she did it. Hit her up.
I got a joke for you.
Oh, Lord.
Why did Dorothy, the Tin Man, the Lion, and Toto follow the Yellow Brick Road?
Okay. Because I don't know. Why?
Because.
See?
That's it. It was because.
Okay, he getting ready for Showtime at the Apollo. That's what he getting ready for.
I received that, man.
He getting ready for Showtime at the Apollo. We're going to go and support Kev, Showtime at the Apollo. We're going to support him. Okay, he got all these jokes bottled up inside. He got a preacher bottled up inside. He's an actor, multi-award winning actor, and he got jokes. We're going to support Kevin. All right? Man. Y'all support Kevin.
All right.
That's it.
I feel you. That's it.
That is
all it. All right, gang. So it's the Kevin and Nikee Show on iHeartRadio all around the world. We're everywhere and we're out of here. OTTA. Outta.
Peace.
Down my guard for tonight. It's one of those nights where you've been all my life. You smell so good and you're dressed up nice. You know I'm so hooked. You got me shook, baby. You drive me crazy. You want me to chase you in the fast lane so I can get next to you. Through stormy weather and rain, you remain in my brain. To be with you, I'll do anything. happy when I'm with you. Love taking chances with you. And every night and day, you're making me happy. So happy and satisfying. Oh, baby, I missed you constantly. The same about me. Oh, so crazy, but in a good way. And for you, I will do anything. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. I'm into you. I'm in love with you. I'll do anything. I'm in love with you. I do anything. 'Cause I'm in love with you. I'll do anything. I'm into you. I'm in love with you. I'm into you. I'm in love with you. I'll do anything. I'm into you. I'm in love with you. I'll do anything. 'Cause I'm in love with you. I'll do anything.
You have been listening to the Kevin and Nikki Show on iHeartRadio. Yeah.